Hello! It's us with hopefully no technical difficulties because I'm streaming from my iPad and I have no green screen because my iPad doesn't give you the option to green out anything. So here's my house being packed up and the wonderful Amy who is going to control everything from her magical fingers on her computer.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of pressure. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. Oh, and I can't guarantee we're only, I don't know, how many days into summer? Like 2? And I've about had it. So
Oh
there's that.
boy. We've had it. We've had it with Carl. Amy's had it with everybody and her house and the technical difficulties. We're just getting them out of here immediately.
It's true. We're done with everything.
Oh my gosh. Live chat, how are you doing? How's everything? How's everything going? Can you hear us and is there an echo? We need to figure that out first.
Yes, absolutely.
Hashtag team done. Yes. And Jessica, sending you all the love for your floof. I'm
I'm
so
so
sorry.
sorry.
For just do whatever you need to. Jessica has free reign of the chat, cursey words, whatever. So
Absolutely.
we're here to do all the things. Yes. Yes. Okay, sorry. I'm just excited to like be on screen close to the time that we were supposed to start because I had a stream scheduled last night for 9:30 and I couldn't get it going until 11 p.m. It was the technical difficulty night that I will remember for the rest of my life that I wish I could get that time back, but we cannot. That's okay. We're here. I'm happy and we're purple.
And it was okay. And your chat was, even though you weren't there, like our chat was great. The chat was good.
The live chat literally is the foundational like corner
Mhm.
of this part of the internet. It would not be the same without y'all. Literally like all the grace and kindness that everybody shares, the civility, the respect, the just like it's so nice and I so appreciate it. Y'all are incredible. So
And that stream, like, she's wild.
oh,
I'm just saying. I'll have to find the video where somebody made some comment against her, like, they were, I don't know, doing something. She went and, like, she did a background check on that person and is like, "Well, I wouldn't want to tell people that you're wanted for this and this and this," or, like, yeah, yeah.
that's why I was scared to do the stream on her because of that. And I know I have a lot of power at my fingertips as well. I'm just the power that private investigators have. And the thing is, sure, they have regulations that are supposed to keep them in check, but once they do the damage that they can do, like you cannot unpost someone's address from the internet. You cannot like undo some stuff in 2023. And it's
Yeah.
just well, you know what? It is a little bit twisty. It's one of the best marketing things I've seen from a multi-level marketing rep. The way that you get pulled into watching the makeup and listening to the story. Kudos to you. Am I also terrified of her? Yes. Am I also still going to do lives on her? Yes. And I hope that Karina debunks the heck out of her, makeup stuff because Karina was not having it last night. And
Oh,
it was awesome.
Okay, well, what if maybe we should do a stream with all 3 of us, and I can apply my saint makeup while we're talking.
Oh my god, yes. Yes, yes, yes. That would be incredible. Y'all, live chat, if you're in Amy's chat or my chat, let's have an MLM moment. Drop a drop a 3 in the chat if you want us to do a live where Amy applies saint makeup and Karina, we can watch Karina lose her shit. And I know, and also Karina's doing a live tomorrow as well, but I'm here. I'm here for it.
Oh my gosh, I am just saying, like, the amount of MLM stuff that I have in my house is ridiculous. I need to do, like, a reel or something where I'm like, 31 gifts, boom. Shade, which is a very old one, boom. LuLaRoe, Saint, Melaleuca, Mary Kay,
Oh,
Beachbody.
you could have a whole series where like, you know, we're getting out of here and I'm throwing this MLM stuff away, and you could just have a stream as you slowly throw stuff out, you
Oh,
know?
it's so bad. It is so bad. I have spent a lot of money, and Saint makeup is not cheap. So,
Oh, for a little tin. Look, I potentially was thinking about getting lured in because the idea for someone who doesn't know what they're doing, me, I'm gonna raise both hands because it's me. And I understand some things from an artist perspective, but I don't in actuality of applying stuff to your face. The idea of saying swipe, swipe, dot dot dot, swipe, 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 blend, look at this magical beauty that's appeared on your face, and then to have a makeup artist, Karina, go on and say, if you've seen that in person, though, you would not say that it is magical. That's Instagram and, a filter. So,
yeah, it's like show makeup kind of.
uh,
Um, it goes on really, really thick.
like theater makeup, like,
Mhm,
mm. So it does
mhm.
cover stuff up. You just don't want to maybe meet people in person with it on.
Yeah. Yeah,
Maybe
it's not a going out.
Maybe that is why it works so well for that PI lady because nobody can recognize her in public, so she can maintain some kind of anonymity because she has 311,000 followers. And, you know,
Eh.
I don't know. Maybe.
I She's such a good storyteller, though. Like, she's so good.
She's so good. I could listen to
Oh.
her all day. I mean, if she finds my stuff, like, sure, a little bit of shade, super respect for your marketing, and it's super twisty because it's a broken compensation model. But I mean, we're probably never going to agree on that. But your storytelling, incredible. Incredible.
Mhm.
So good.
Yeah, yeah. Alright.
Sorry.
That is hilarious.
At my boyfriend's daughter's house doing demolition and remodel for her, and she has so many MLM products in the house from 7 different MLMs. It's so bad to me. Oh my gosh. Blessings for you. Oh my god.
And the amount of money when you start to look at it oh god. That's why I haven't thrown out so much of my stuff, because 'cause I'm like, "This was so expensive
Sure.
to get," but, like, am I going to use the Saint makeup? No, but I was watching, Isabella did a video on Saint yesterday, and she's like, "Just create your own," like, so I may keep the palette that I have and just create my own tints, like,
Hmm.
and do my own thing, because I do like having that. I like the concept of having everything in one thing, but the Saint makeup, yeah, one of my friends does it.
Uh, how's the relationship going? Rough?
We haven't talked for a few months, but I'm pretty sure it's fine. Oh, and, like, yeah, yeah, I have friends in pretty much every MLM. It's fine. It's fine.
I love
It's
how
fine.
open you are though, because there's a lot of people who are, hate on MLMs, and they're like, "Oh, I'm on the warpath of hating all the MLMs and the people associated with it." And it's like, "Look, this is what I believe in. Even if you've opened up the discussion, great. If you haven't, then I'm not going to go on a diatribe in front of you, but you're like that. You're like, I can be friends with people even if they're still in an MLM, and I love that about you, Amy. Like, I like how
Yep.
open you are. I like how welcoming you are. I don't think it's very common.
Ah, thanks. I mean, that's my thing, like, it is what it is, and I and if someone chooses to be in an MLM, totally fine, but they need to go in with the information.
Yeah,
And I mean, and honestly, that's kind of the problem. So this Beachbody lawsuit is so funny. Um, and and I remember as we were starting to go through it, it was like, I don't think that it's going to go anywhere. But as I read the document, I was like, this could go somewhere. This makes sense. So I'm
I'm
super excited. We've got some lawyers in the chat.
yes, I am super excited about that. Let me see. You're an admin, so I think you can put this on the
I've
screen.
got it. Do you want me to put there we
Yeah,
go.
let me find. I think I've got this one, and then let me edit it so I can make the document bigger. 1 second.
Okay.
Because Amy's facial expressions, that's all I'm here for. You know what I'm saying? I can't help it. I'm trying so hard because my iPad's being a little bit of a turd. Hold on. And Amy's live chat. Oh, oh no. Hold on. Let me.
Oh
Here we
my god.
go. Okay, I'm gonna make it bigger. Sorry, I'm just trying.
Okay, that's hilarious. She was in both Young Living and doTERRA.
Oh boy.
I've never done any of the essential oil ones, but I do have doTERRA oils. I'm trying to remember even which ones I have. I think I tried one for my migraines or something.
I'm just trying to bigger. Sorry. Sorry, live chat.
So, Eloise, that's so funny. My mom was in a makeup MLM when she, so my mom was born in what, 51, I think. And so when she graduated high school, her high school like drill team coach got all of the girls into her makeup MLM,
Oh shoot. Hey,
like early 70s. Like it was wild.
sorry. Sorry this is taking me so long. My iPad's being a little bit of a nincompoop. I've never streamed on my iPad before, and I know I keep saying that over and over again. I'm just like, my mind is breaking a little bit. So, okay, let me save this. Update layout. So that should be that
That
better?
works. Uh-huh.
Okay. I don't know why all of the things have turned yellow. I'm sorry, everyone. Uh, can I just refresh? Okay,
What's
okay. Right.
yellow?
Nothing. I'm just messed stuff up on my end. I'm good.
Oh, okay. Things can be yellow on your end. I'm like, I don't see anything yellow, but I'm also, I'm kind of tired. I'm not medicated today though.
Oh, how do you feel?
Not great. But
Oh, want to get the
it's a
medicine start?
no, I mean it's hard cuz I have to mom and I have to life. And it's like I've got things to do. I don't have time for this recovery crap. Like, let's
Yep.
go. But, that is what it is.
She's a bionic woman. She's a bionic mom. She's doing all the things. She's taking down multi-level marketing
Wow,
companies, and
man.
she's unmedicated today. So live chat, all the support. I'm gonna link her channel. Um, Real quick, if you maybe have been living under an MLM rock for the past however long, Beachbody is a multi-level marketing company that used to sell their programs on TV, where they would say, "Do you look like this? And you want to look like this? Then you can achieve this in just 90 short days with Tony Horton or anybody in Guthrie Ranker." And so then they were like, "TV, that's not for us anymore. We can sell a boatload more products if we turn this into a multi-level marketing company," which they did around 2008 or was
I think it was like 2007 or 8, and they do still have infomercials on. They have like it it feels like it's their own dedicated channel on like DirecTV and Dish. Like maybe Jen can let us know. I think it is a dedicated Beachbody channel. And I hear radio ads for them as well.
oh god. Oh, my little nephew plays games for kids on his little iPad, and my he has memorized Carl Deichler's ad that he has playing. And you know how offensive that is to see someone as cute as my nephew can tell you word for word the Beachbody ad, and it keeps playing over and over again. And who's hearing that? The parents of their children. I'm
Mm,
It's awful.
yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's on all channels. Ooh. The kids channels make me so mad. The amount of ads that they will put, and then because I'm like, how do my kids even know about this stuff? And then you'll turn on a different channel or whatever, and then you're like, why are they marketing this crap to kids? It's driving me nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, coconuts. I am so sorry. Honestly, it's the reason that I'm still struggling. Um, because the complete ridiculousness that they have. So, it just gets so twisty, and oh, and I still have to fight myself with a lot of it.
Yep.
And I've been out for a couple of years, and it's still an issue. So,
Let me leave the studio and come right back. I'm sorry. Just 1 second.
okay, you're good. Um, yeah, so I was in Beachbody for a while. I don't even remember the dates and times and stuff, but I was a diamond coach, and I will say I was a recruiting machine. So when they say like, "Oh, people weren't successful," Beachbody says that if you hit Success Club 5 every month, that you're going to be successful. Um, I was hitting I was hitting Success Club 20 to 40 every month. Like, I was a machine, and I ended up losing money
And
because people don't stay in.
yeah, it not only cost money, but you had to have 2 knee replacements because of the bad advice that you were getting from your top leaders. Oh, your workout doesn't count when you're teaching classes because you didn't record it, so you have to make sure that you work out too. And so Amy's working out hours and hours and hours a day, and her knees are like, okay, tap out. We're tapping out. And now she's bionic, which is incredible, but I mean, that's a big expense. And in
Yeah.
my opinion, from Beachbody.
Yeah. Yeah, and really all of it. So I'm really concerned they have a new program that's coming out, and also I don't know who they pay to name their stuff. I don't know if Carl just pulls all of this out, but this chop wood, carry water is the new program,
Uh, what?
and it's by Amalia, which I would watch Amalia chop wood and carry water. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'd watch him do it. But it, in my opinion, is a very dangerous program for most people because it is very much, we were talking about it in our chat earlier, because of the amount of strength that you need to do it before. Like, it is not a beginner program. Most people should not be doing it. um it's a lot of like animal flow, and the amount, like Jen's saying, it's going to cause back, knee, and shoulder issues.
And I have a question. Did they license the ability to use that title because it's a title of a book, Chop Wood and Carry Water? It's an audio book. It's by
Yeah, I
John
remember.
Calf. So, like, did they? Can you do that? Can you just take the name of a book and make it your program name and not have to pay any royalties or anything like that?
I don't know. I would think that they would have had to. Um, and I will say, like, I have done some animal flow before. It was in one of the classes that I taught, and it is fun, but it is hard, and it's more. It's very advanced. It's very advanced.
Sure.
Um, and it's kind of scary. So,
Yeah.
all right. Well, do we want to get into this?
Yes. Here we go.
Okay, so they have to name everybody as the right. So they have to. It's Carl Deichler, John Congdon. Even though John, I think, has left the company, but he still is a major stakeholder. Um, and then Kathy Vrayback, she is one of the C-suite employees, Michael Neiman. So I think Mark is the CFO. I want to say, because I remember him from a lot
Yep.
of the earnings calls.
Yep.
So, all right. So basically, just even the wording. So Beachbody is a massively successful company that for years has exploited its California sales force by misclassifying them as independent contractors rather than as employees. Here, let's go up. Okay, I wanted to make sure that was going. So they sell, let's see. So we don't want to read all of, do we want to read all of it? We can.
Yeah, and if parts are boring, we can just skip it and we can make it available on a Gmail Drive or whatever for people if
Okay.
they download it. But I think
Okay.
at least it's interesting to read the introduction so we know what the heck
Okay.
what they're suing or what someone's allegedly going to get in trouble for. So
Okay. I'll read paragraph 1 then, and you can hit paragraph 2.
let's
Okay.
go.
The Beachbody Company is a massively successful company that for years has exploited its California sales force by misclassifying them as independent contractors rather than as employees. These sales personnel, part of the Team Beachbody Coach Network, work under Beachbody's direction to market and sell a variety of consumer products, including workout videos, nutritional supplements and beverages, and other diet and wellness related goods and services. Collectively, the products. In exchange for their work promoting the brand on social media, referring new customers, providing customer service, and driving traffic to Beachbody's website, Beachbody pays them at most a paltry commission.
Oh,
Since Beachbody began relying on independent contractors to do its sales work, Beachbody grew from a small video streaming service to a $3 billion publicly traded health and fitness empire.
oh my god. The shade. A paltry commission? Oh my god. Okay. Um
It's so
Beachbody
good.
this is so good. Beachbody's success and ability to avoid accountability for its employees thus far turns on the fact that it operates as a multi-level marketing business. MLM. Quote, coaches, end quote, are purportedly promised the opportunity to build a business. In reality, however, they supply free marketing and sales support that would otherwise cost Beachbody millions. Oh, and there's going to be a footnote. I can't even wait. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. This is so sassy so far, and I freaking love it. Okay, so Beachbody has recently renamed its coaches as partners. Throughout this complaint, the title coach shall include partner and any other names Beachbody has used or is using for the same class of workers, or as Carl Deichler says, an unsophisticated labor force. What does he say? Unsophisticated.
Voluntary sales force.
Oh yeah, a voluntary, unsophisticated sales force. You can't make this up because he recorded it and it lives on the internet forever. Okay, sorry. Back to
All right, number 3. Primarily, Beachbody coaches sell product for Beachbody under its pervasive control and direction. Selling product, the main responsibility of coaches, is work that is precisely in line with Beachbody's usual course of business. And despite the being named coaches, in parentheses, the members of Beachbody sales force are not engaged in an independently established trade, occupation, or business as salespeople. So this is important because it goes towards the there are basically 3 things. Let me see if I can find that real quick. There are 3 things that under the law that they have to meet to satisfy them being an employee versus a contractor. So the first one is that the person is free from the control and direction of the hiring entity in the performance of the work. So you would have to be free from Beachbody in doing your work, which you're not.
you're not. You're definitely not.
Mm-mm. Number 2, the person performs work that is outside the usual course of the hiring entity's business. Number
Whoops.
3, whoops. Number 3, the person is customarily engaged in an independently established trade, occupation, or business of the same nature as that involved in the work performed. So the burden of proof is on the employer.
Mm, twisty. This is awesome.
Okay.
Oh, paragraph number 4. What or yes, paragraph number 4. While the MLM industry has long relied on quote direct sales end quote exemptions to justify its exploitation of sales personnel, the California exemption was written 40 years ago, and among things is expressly limited only to those salespersons making quote in person end quote sales, such as door-to-door salespeople and home quote Tupperware party end quote hosts. And if y'all didn't know, Tupperware is a multi-level marketing company. Um, it does not reach Beachbody's modern online business model, where coaches drive social media engagement under its guidance and direction, directing consumers to Beachbody controlled websites, where Beachbody accepts and processes the sales and fulfills the orders while also collecting and benefiting from the consumer data it acquires from these leads. Ooh, ouch.
Right. I told you, like, I was through the like third paragraph and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is amazing.
Yeah.
All right. Beachbody also exerts significant control over coaches in their limited but important role as social media marketers. To protect its intellectual property, brand image, and legal interests, Beachbody requires coaches to comply with a Byzantine series of rules and regulations, many of which are laid out in a 48-page policy and procedure document, which in turn includes directives to understand and market products consistent with other documents, notices, manuals, and guidance provided by Beachbody. Nowhere in those rules, however, does Beachbody require or even suggest that sales be made, quote, in person, end
Ooh.
quote. Rather, Beachbody places restrictions on when and how coaches may order products and limits the locations in which the products may be sold, effectively preventing any meaningful sales that are, quote, in person, end of quote. The result is that virtually all sales occur on Beachbody's website, where Beachbody provides the ad copy, sets the prices, and fulfills the order. The lack of discretion given to its coaches is evidenced by the fact that few can or do actually earn money under its compensation system. For instance, in 2021, 25% of coaches did not receive a single commission check, and many more saw their meager commissions erased by the $15.95 monthly, quote, business service fee, end quote. Beachbody requires coaches to pay to obtain access to the various online tools and platforms needed to perform their work.
Look, I get it. Sure, I get it. All of the pro MLM people are saying you have an overhead. I mean, regular businesses have an overhead. You do too. They're already working for you for free, Carl. Literally, they're your unsophisticated volunteer sales force who you don't have to pay anything to unless they make you money. But then you make them pay you to be able to get that money. They have to pay the $15.95, and then they have to make a certain amount. They have to buy a certain amount of product to be able to be I don't know, not legal, just qualified to be able to get the income if they make any.
Yeah, because you have to have a certain PV. Does it mean that you specifically have to purchase it? No, your customers can. Um, but one of the vital behaviors is that you're a product of the product. So
Yep.
you have to purchase product.
And here's
Like,
that. We've heard Ashley Molstad say that. We've heard Shannon say it. We've heard Emily say it. We've heard Bonnie say it. We've heard Julie Voris say it. We've heard so many people say, like, be the product of the product. And how much Shakeology can you get through in a month? I don't know. If you've missed the Snark Cruise taste test of Shakeology, you're missing out. You're missing out. I will tell you that right now.
well, and now they're trying to get them to do at least because now they're doing like the dessert thing. So, and you should feed it to your kids. They're trying to to get so many people to, in my opinion, have more than one serving a day.
Yep. And
So,
they used to not, they used to have a 20 pack too, where
yeah.
there's no month anywhere that's 20 days. So you'd have to have a carryover. So there'd be some months where where Beachbody would benefit, and they would get 2 orders of Shakeology for at least one person, so that you could have enough to make it through the end of the month.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and that pack is a 20/20 pack. So it's 20 Shakeology and 20 Energize. And like I've said, I was drinking like 4 scoops of Energize a day. That 20 pack would have lasted me 5 days.
oh, wow. Wow, 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 wow.
So, and I don't know, and some people may think that that's extreme, but that was pretty standard. And if you see beach body coaches or body partners now, you'll see that they will have it in the afternoon as a pick me up. And that's exactly what I was doing because I was so tired because I was staying up late to work after my kids went to bed and getting up early to work out before they got up. I was tired. And
Yeah.
so it was always that we were drinking pre-workout for everything. And now, knowing what I know now, there's no reason you need pre-workout for a 20-minute workout. Like you don't even need it.
Yeah, I think
But
Jen
body
told
coaches will drink it. Yeah,
yeah,
they'll drink it all day.
yeah.
All day.
Ugh. Oh my god. Alright. What? Are we on paragraph 6 or
6. Yeah. Let me
boy.
let me take it up a bit. Okay.
Ooh, it's a chunky paragraph. We love it. Okay, paragraph 6. The willful, intentional nature of Beachbody's decision to misclassify its California coaches is apparent from its decision to operate as a multi level marketing company, a business model that virtually guarantees the company will secure thousands of hours of free or below market labor to execute a centralized marketing and growth strategy. Can we just appreciate whatever lawyer put that first sentence together? You're incredible. Would you just take a look at all of the other multi-level marketing companies? Because yes, all of this, yes. Oh my gosh.
I'm telling you, whoever wrote this document, it's beautiful. It is beautiful.
We stand you so much.
Mhm.
Serious. And if you, I don't even know whatever you need, let us know. We would be happy
Oh,
to help you.
okay,
Uh,
let me answer this question real quick. No, a pre-workout normally has, a lot of caffeine and some different things. I'm trying to remember what else, Energize had in it, like, I don't know, how do you pronounce it? Quercetin or something like that.
yeah.
Um, so it has different things. The biggest thing though is definitely the caffeine. That is like the common thing for pretty much all pre-workouts is it's the amount of caffeine. Oh, beta alanine. Um is that the one? Yeah. Yep, beta alanine, quercetin, and caffeine.
I'm
So
looking at
so
the
that
I think.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, they put it in an easy spot for someone to look at the ingredients? No, they don't. I'm on Beachbody's website right now. Oh, there we go. Never. Nope. No ingredient. Where's the ingredient list? Go back. Go.
And I would agree, Avery. Yes, a pre-workout um is considered more of a caffeine supplement.
Here we go. I just clicked on ingredients. They make you click so far to look at every single one. Allergen statement. Okay, blah blah blah. Warning: this product is intended for use by healthy adults over 18 years of age. Do not consume this product if you are pregnant, breastfeeding, or have a sensitive or are sensitive to caffeine or beta alanine. Consult a healthcare professional prior to use. Sorry, I don't know why my phone's ringing. Um, Improves exercise performance. Daily fatigue. Oh, delay fatigue. Sorry. Sharpen focus and reaction time, increase energy and endurance. Where? I'm sorry. I'm looking for the oh, there it is. Sorry. I'm just organic cane sugar, citric acid, beet juice powder for color, green tea leaf extract, natural flavors. We don't know what those are. Stevia leaf extract, silica, and xanthan gum. And then magnesium, calcium, sodium, potassium, then the beta alanine and the quercetin, like you were saying, and the caffeine.
Yeah, so I like what Jen said is so you build up a tolerance, right? I mean, I can slam some caffeine back. I'm not going to lie because I've just built up such tolerance to it. It doesn't really impact me anymore. But I have heard this from a lot of personal trainers, eat a Rice Krispie treat, um, because it gives you like an immediate injection of carbs and it
Yep.
can help you power through too. So, but you'll see the BODi partners will drink it before they go on a walk. I mean, they're drinking it nonstop.
Yeah, because they have to,
Mhm.
because they sell it and they want other people to see them drinking it in, front of their super luxurious kitchen with their designer clothes, drinking their Energize, and it's like a subtle type of like desensitization to people watching it, and they're like, "Oh, well, I like this person. I like where they're living. I like what they're wearing. I like what they say. What are they doing? Oh, they've got a coffee cup or they've got this product or whatever." And it just it gets a little twisty.
Well, and we were always told you to turn it so they can't see the name of it. And they, it's like it's your mom juice or your go-go juice or all of the different things that they do. Um and but you wanted it to be curiosity marketing. And so don't let them see it. But everybody knows if someone is shaking up something that is neon yellow, chances are that's going to be some Energize. Like people know, they know.
Yep. And if you know that they're not going to be like dropping names, look at how many people do that. That they refuse to give you the name because they don't want you to be able to look it up on Google yourself and buy it outside of their affiliate link.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, I know my iPad is shaking. I'm sorry, it's technical difficulties.
Oh, you're all good. You're all good.
I'm sorry to everyone that I raged against when this happened on their professional video that they did, but I would not be recording a professional video without a smart, stable situation, so I'm sorry.
You're hilarious. All right.
Okay. All right. Moreover, Beachbody's willful decision to misclassify its sales force is evident from its choice to remain organized in this way years after the California Supreme Court's seminal decision in Diamondx v. Superior Court for Cal. 5th 903 in 2018 and the California legislature's codification of the quote ABC test end quote in AB 5, both of which made clear that its sales force were in fact employees in the manner Beachbody deploys and relies on them. In communication with shareholders, Beachbody executives have heralded the work of the Coach Network while touting the low-cost compensation scheme as both an MLM and a California-based company. Beachbody knew the law. It is a sophisticated corporate actor and an active member of a trade association that issues guidance and warnings to MLMs as to the changing law on misclassification. The
Whoa.
shade, the shade. You know that these lawyers have been on these calls because that sentence the sentence that we just read about the low cost compensation scheme, that is a rewording of Carl Deichler, our I don't even know what to call him without calling him a name, but he said our unsophisticated volunteer sales force, which he was saying was great because it didn't cost the investors extra money and they reaped all the benefit because they don't get paid unless they do work. Oh my God.
Yeah, and when they said that the Beachbody executives heralded the work of the coach network while touting the low-cost compensation scheme, that's exactly what he did with that. With
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Um, hello, child.
Like my hair, and I
You burnt your
my
thumb?
but like it's really bad. I can't move my thumb.
Hold on, we have a burn, a curling iron burn. So, DC, do you wanna read 7?
I will. I hope your thumb feels better. Okay. Plaintiff Jessica Lyons was one such victim of Beachbody's practices. Like all coaches, Plaintiff was trained by other coaches and Beachbody materials and was required to market, distribute, and sell products to the public in accordance with Beachbody's instructions and parameters, and in return, Plaintiff was paid virtually nothing, while incurring unreimbursed personal costs to perform the work on Beachbody's behalf. Oh my God. This is wild. Are you going to the hospital, Amy? Are you
She made sure to show me the thumbs next to each other, and she is gonna have a really good, blister on that one
have you
thumb, and I was like then I told her, I said, "Then just, like, straighten your hair. Don't worry about" because she's trying to use a wand. I'm like,
Oh,
"Just straighten it. It looks better curled." I'm like, "Uh, we've all
there
been there."
there's a product called Second Skin, if you know of it, but it is the like we I've used it for since I was a little kid, but it's like a product. I don't know if they sell it at Walgreens anymore, but you put it on a burn and it's great.
Yeah. Yeah, she's my 14-year-old that I'm like, "Yes, water and more water for the burn." Yeah,
Tell her to do
alright.
heated curls at night with the bathrobe tie.
I bought one of those, actually. I bought one. We have said that I should do a haul of the things that I have purchased from the Instagram ads. But I did purchase one of those hair thingies, and I just haven't tried it yet.
Oh,
So, but the one that makes grilled cheeses in the microwave, I'm a fan of that one. I
oh,
did buy that.
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Okay. Um, all right. So the next one is okay. For these reasons, the plaintiff brings this action to recover unpaid wages, overtime compensation, penalties, interest, injunctive relief, damages, and reasonable attorney's fees and costs under the California Labor Code. I'm not going to read all those numbers.
Don't worry about it.
In addition, Beachbody's conduct violates various municipal and county codes in California, including but not limited to the City of LA, County of Los Angeles County, and San Francisco, California Code 12R.
Oh boy. Holy moly. So on a scale of 1 to 10 live chat, if we're giving this lawyer's writing a grade or just a rating, I would say this level a 9. SAS level's really good so far. And if you've been keeping, if you, I don't know, no, I don't know if anyone follows Beachbody Fluffery as much as the Snark crew does, and I know there's a bunch of other great accounts. Heather does Beachbody. Uh, 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 I know there's some Instagram accounts to do it, but if you've listened to the corporate calls where Carl is trying to make nice with his investors, and just the snark level that has been inserted into this writing, I love it. I think it's like an A plus, 10 out of 10. I love it so much.
Oh, so much. So much.
All right, paragraph 9. Upon information and belief, Beachbody has not addressed and or changed its unlawful practices, including failing to provide compliant or complaint meal. Compliant? Should that be compliant?
Provide, I would think compliant.
Okay, maybe that's a spell. Okay, you get a little mark off. You're still at an A plus, but we need to read this before we. That's okay. That's okay. Compliant meal and rest periods, and has continued to deprive employees of millions of dollars in straight and overtime compensation. By bringing this action, plaintiff intends to stop this ongoing and unlawful practice and recover back wages and overtime to which she is rightfully entitled. Oh my God.
The interesting thing to me would be how would they determine it? So I think it's gonna be that was my question is, how can you say, do you just do like a blanket, okay, you worked part-time, so 20 hours a week, or that's gonna get interesting because I couldn't even tell you um how much time I put in. I mean, more than 20 hours in a week by far.
I'd probably subpoena the Zoom records for the team that she was a part of and the time that she had signed up. You could calculate the number of hours that everyone was required to be on those Zoom calls, probably for one. I don't know if you could do that. I would, uh, you can look at messages going back pretty far if Instagram would give them to you. I'm sure she was doing cold messaging via Facebook and Instagram. I don't know
Mhm.
I don't know if they're going to do it, but I'm guessing because we're in such a digital age that there is a trail somewhere.
Yeah, I would think they would have to come up with something. Um, Jurisdiction and venue, none of this is very fun.
Yeah, let's skip it. The
Um,
let's the this is oh my gosh, this should be interesting. I think the parties is going to be because I see Carl Deichler down there.
right? Okay. Okay. So plaintiff Jessica Lyons is an individual and resident of Lake Arrowhead, California. The interesting thing to me, and I was actually talking to my husband about this a little bit. California is really where they have so many more consumer protections than the rest of the country. And
Yeah.
so I would say California and then Washington, which is why the LuLaRoe lawsuit happened in Washington. I got a check. Who did I get a check from? From the time when we lived in Washington, because they said that somebody did something illegally. And I got a check for like $800 from the attorney general's office from Washington because he's like, we are serious about protecting people and blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, sweet, keep going.
Now for Washington, hell yeah. Like, he needs
Oh,
to convention, get all of the AGs in the other states on board because what the hell?
yeah. Yeah. And now I want to go to Cold Stone.
We
So,
do. Now, can we, and I just appreciate how much, like, you try to find your corner on the internet, and, like, I ran into the Snark crew, and then the live chat, the fact that we're, like, so passionate about delicious, like, justice for, like, you know, people who are getting exploited by multi-level marketing companies and raging about bad PowerPoint presentations. I just feel like, just comfy cozy here, and y'all are awesome.
right. It's the best.
It is.
Oh, we'll have to look at the Brittany Dawn settlement sometime. Did
Oh,
you see
yeah.
she was
Oh,
asking
oh,
about it?
taking a social media break now. Can she? We were looking at her podcast. I'm sorry. Sidebar, and I know I'm not a lawyer, so I can't say that, but we are reading a legal document, so I am gonna say that. She said on her podcast, "I'm gonna be telling you all the truth coming up, and when you hear everything, it's gonna be the best, and you're really gonna know like what really happened." And then, surprise, surprise, when she settled, and settling is not winning, when she settled with the state of Texas, all of a sudden it's like, I'm going on a social media break. What? We remember what you said because guess what? You put your podcast on all their platforms, and we remember what you said. So,
I think that's the amazing thing to me is like, do they think that people don't remember? Because there's a lot of people that follow this stuff. And she finally accepted that Jesus wasn't going to save her from the state of Texas. I mean, come on. It's wild.
oh my god, it is absolutely wild. It's so wild. So, okay, back on track. Um, are we on paragraph 15?
Yes.
The Beachbody Company, now called BODi, is an entity incorporated under the laws of the state of Delaware, having its principal place of business in Santa Monica, California. It owns and controls numerous brands and product lines, including BODi. which is BODi, Beachbody on Demand, Team Beachbody, P90X, Mixed Fitness, Open Fit, Shakeology, and Beach Bar. Collectively, the brands.
And that's really interesting to me. I wonder why they incorporated in Delaware when
Um,
their headquarters are in California and their satellite office is in Utah.
I'm not sure. Maybe it's where he
So,
was. I'm not
hmm,
sure.
hmm. Okay. Oh, sweet. We did you see this?
Oh my god. Back, my boyfriend and I have been listening while working. He didn't understand the complete shitstorm that MLMs are. He's now hooked on listening. Good thing AirPods are cordless. Welcome, Christy's boyfriend. You are in for the ride of your lifetime. May we recommend the next thing you listen to is the Work From Anywhere Boss Builders, which used to be Work From Anywhere Boss Babes, who are crypto geniuses, and it's like it is a wild story.
Oh, absolutely. Okay. Let's see. Plaintiff is informed and believes, and based thereon, alleges that respondent Carl Deichler is, and at all times relevant here too, was an individual residing in California, as well as chief executive officer for the Beachbody Company, and DOES 1 through 50 as further defined below. Plaintiff is further informed and believes and based thereon alleges that Carl Deichler, in his capacity as the chief executive officer, exercised control over the wages, hours, and or working conditions of plaintiff and other aggrieved employees, included by informing employees when to report to work and what work hours should actually be recorded, violated, or caused to be violated. The above referenced and below referenced labor code provisions in violation of Labor Code Section 558.1.
Oh boy.
Let's see. So 17, 18, they're going to be pretty similar. They're just going to talk about the other people named. They're all the same.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all
All
the
right.
same. So we'll go past those.
Yeah. This is the
Uh,
this is the snark notes version of this legal reading. We're getting to the juicy parts.
okay, here's the funds here.
Okay. Facts common to all class members and aggrieved employees. Holy moly. Um, I guess this is the stuff they've agreed on, I think. So this is facts common to all class members. I don't know. Is there a lawyer in the chat that can help us out? Because I think that's what that means, but I'm not sure. And if I'm making you cringe, I'm so sorry. I'm just here running my mouth on the internet, and I've got lots of opinions about Beachbody. So I don't know. Beachbody is a successful multi-level marketing company that is dependent on its coaches to engage in social media marketing on its behalf. I think that may be something they've agreed on. That they both sides agree upon, but I'm not sure.
All right. Beachbody is a $3 billion publicly traded health and fitness empire with humble beginnings.
Oh, what's footnote there? There's a little two. Wait to read the footnote.
Let's look. Oh, it's their annual report.
Oh, is that a clickable link though?
It is with the SEC.
Oh my god, okay. I'm so excited. Okay, go back.
I'll do it in a minute. Okay. Let's see. It was founded in 1998 when it sold home exercise videos directly to consumers via infomercials and other advertising. In 2007, the company decided to expand in two ways. First, it began developing new products, including Shakeology, a line of nutrition shakes. It also developed the Team Beachbody Coach program, tapping into its dedicated base of customers to offer them the quote opportunity close quote to sell the products for Beachbody. Beachbody, through its coaches, could combine the videos and diet plans with shakes and supplements, offering more holistic health and fitness plans to consumers.
In 2023, this year, Beachbody began a rebranding process. Actually, they began last year, but I mean, what do I know? I just remember everything they did last year. But and begun using the name brand brand name BODi, BODi All those are caps, and there's a little eye on the end on some offerings. This is likely due to the fact that in recent years, Beachbody's flagship product has become the Beachbody On Demand body platform. I thought they were going to say something else there. That's okay. Consumers can purchase subscription to access fitness videos via streaming on the web, or more recently through the Beachbody mobile app. Beachbody has also begun transitioning away from the term coaches to partners. And why is that? Why is that? Why would that be? Because there's so much negative PR on the internet about you, Carl Deichler, and your company Beachbody. What? I cannot.
My favorite thing is that for consistency, she's still going to use the pre-rebrand terms such as Coach and Beachbody. Even though some more recent materials may use rebranded, she's like, I'm not using the new stuff. I'm using the old stuff.
Yep.
All right. To ensure ongoing engagement with Beachbody subscriptions and to sell more Beachbody products, such as nutritional supplements and shakes, Beachbody has coaches organize and promote goal-oriented groups for Beachbody customers, best known as, quote, challenge groups, end of quote. Oh my gosh, I'm getting some mild PTSD reading some of this stuff. Beachbody has more recently been using as the term, quote, bod groups, end of quote, and at times has also referred to them as, quote, accountability groups, end of quote. Coaches now organize these challenge groups of Beachbody customers using the Beachbody platform. Prior to the unveiling of the BOD group platform, coaches were required to organize challenge groups on third-party social media platforms. In particular, a coach starting a challenge group assembles a group of customers and or potential customers for marketing purposes under the guise of creating a support network to help people stick to a Beachbody diet and fitness programs. Coaches assign workouts, lead discussions, and make suggestions for how to combine Shakeology or Beachbody nutritional supplements to get the most out of a workout. These groups are a central component of the coach's work. As Beachbody's website states, accountability groups are an essential part of a successful coaching business and provide a simple structure for you to support your customers through their program. And we know that when your customers combine nutrition, fitness, and support, they can dramatically improve their results.
Oh boy. Oh my god. So 27.
Mm-hmm.
The coaches also drive social media engagement, posting on Instagram and other outlets. For example, in advance of the launch of a new product, Beachbody urges its to purchase and promote the product on social media using Beachbody's talking points and graphics. Nobody uses your graphics. Coaches
Mm-mm.
do so and also pass this information on through their downlines, who in turn promote the product to consumers on social media as well. The result is a coordinated marketing campaign that increases exposure and awareness of the release and is a critical part of Beachbody's marketing strategy. As Beachbody's chief executive officer Carl Deichler explained, and Coach Network, which is the variable side of it really delivers and Coach Network, which is the variable side of it, really delivers significant value, taking advantage of these new launches. And in fact, the coaches will create within 72 hours of launching a new program or announcing a new program. It will become a trending term on social media. Oh, you're a liar. And a searchable term and come up in the top 10 searches for a particular word. So, but that expense doesn't cost us anything until sales actually happen.
And
Sir,
that was from an earnings call.
that sounds just like what he says on an earnings call. Look how sophisticated we are. I don't know, live chat, when you've got some free time on your hands, why don't you go into YouTube and go into incognito mode and type in Beachbody and see what terms come up, and if they're, things like, is Beachbody a scam? Is Beachbody safe? Does Shakeology give you diarrhea? Go look and see what things are associated with these popular terms that Carl is so excited about.
Well, and it's interesting. One of the I never ran, I
Oh,
never ran any challenge groups within, um oh, we got rated from Savannah.
thank
Whoa,
you.
whoa.
Thank you.
Um, so I never ran them in the coach challenge tracker app or whatever they changed it to. But one of the reasons that they liked people to do that is because the coaches can actually track what they're eating. They can track their containers of all of those people. And so the information, in my opinion, it gives the coaches way too much information considering the fact that they're not trained in anything.
Yep, agree.
So the first thing that pops up is a Savannah Marie video.
We love we love it so much.
Love that for them. In between product launches, Beachbody urges coaches to host challenge groups as well as maintain a consistent presence on social media. Beachbody sees coaches as a quote, product of a product, end of quote, in that the coach's own personal sales are the quote product, end of quote, of using Beachbody's products, and it directs them to market Beachbody products accordingly. For example, Beachbody urges coaches to regularly post updates about their daily progress, workout results, and details about things like pounds lost or muscle gained. And I will say, as like as a previous coach, this whole being a product of the product thing really messed with my head.
Yeah.
Um, because I got to the point that I wasn't losing any more weight because of the things that Beachbody was having me do. And so I was like, how can I be a product of the product if the product's not working? Like it's, and so the amount of guilt that you feel if you don't have results is it's awful.
Yeah, and I bet it gives you speed bumps in your regular, like, living your life type of situation where you're like, "Oh, maybe I shouldn't eat this because I'm not gonna be able to take a good picture because it's not gonna set a good example for my team." Or maybe I should only take pictures of vegetables and fruits and other stuff, but I'm gonna be eating something else because I really want something else, and food should
Mhm.
like that. Or maybe, whatever it is, it's like it gets super twisty.
Well, and the amount of times that I would be like, okay, I have so many posts in my history that were kind of like confession posts. Like, I am so good at my workouts, but you guys, the reason I haven't been getting results is because my nutrition has sucked. And so I'm getting back on track. It's the same thing that we see all of these coaches do, right? And they do encourage the group I was in absolutely encouraged flat out lying because it they were we were all eating we were following Melissa McAllister's
Uh,
program. We weren't following Beachbody's programs,
yep.
but everyone was promoting Beachbody.
Yep. And so then and then it's a cycle. We're seeing an addition to that cycle now with autumn calories
Mhm,
because the little containers don't work in my opinion. They create an environment where it's easier to get stuck in disordered eating, and then the workouts are such that you're not gaining any strength, at least from autumn's workouts. And then, oh, if you're eating the right way and if you're doing all my workouts, it must be your hormonal health. So let's add another facet. So you get stuck in this wheel of no solutions when you could go to a registered dietitian and see what the hell's going on. And oh, by the way, the big problem that no one's talking about is it's probably Beachbody's issue. It's probably some of that. And I'm not saying all the programs in Beachbody are bad. I'm not saying that all of the coaches or the super trainers are unethical. I'm saying there's some big problems in the messaging, and who controls that? Carl Deichler, and then his unsophisticated volunteer sales force has to work really hard to try to make some money, and it's ugh. Or gut
and
health.
it is, and it's like, okay, wait, so this program worked like, Beachbody worked so well for you that you've been selling it for years, but now you're gonna talk about how your gut health is off. But guess what? We have a product coming out for that, and now it's gonna be this hormone health, and I'm sure they're gonna have products for that, and it's like, if this worked, then it should work. And you guys shouldn't have all of these problems.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, it's rough.
Oh my god. Okay. Sorry. I do this to Kat Benson all the time, but what paragraph am I?
29.
29. Okay. I'm sorry, live chat. Because Beachbody has tens of thousands of active coaches at any given time, their marketing efforts ensure that social media is saturated with posts about Beachbody, its products, and testimonials as to its successful and effective programs. The Team Beachbody Coach program undoubtedly propelled Beachbody's metamorphosis from late-night infomercials into billion-dollar health and wellness company that it is today.
And the interesting thing is, we have no idea how many coaches there are
Yep.
because they won't tell that. And even when they were asked that in the earnings call, they said that they didn't disclose that. So when I was a coach, they said around 400,000 coaches. So it would be interesting to see how much that has gone down.
And it's so twisty that Carl refuses to give information to his investors that's meaningful because the coaches are the ones that are bringing the revenue in, or actually the glorified customers, because Beachbody, other than they're in the hole a little bit money wise, but the products are priced in a way that it pays out the commission level, and then it pays out corporate and the cost of the product and stuff like that. I think one of the twistier issues is the business centers that you get to keep creating when you reach these top levels in Beachbody, because they're milking the system for even more money, and I think that it's screwing over Carl Deichler. Not that I'm upset about that, but I think that it's twisty like that.
Oh, absolutely. But I mean, it could be the fact that their stock is at 43 cents
Ooh,
today.
ouch! Another burn! Another burn!
Ooh.
Uh,
Yeah.
burn
Ouch.
an hour
Okay.
fight.
But despite their important role, Beachbody has never properly classified its sales force coaches as employees. Rather, Beachbody transitioned into an MLM in which it would offer people the purported quote opportunity end of quote to develop their own business, earning commission by selling Beachbody products and recruiting others to do the same, designating them as quote independent contractors end of quote.
Oh my gosh. However, ooh, plot twist. However, these coaches are not independent contractors under applicable law. Rather, Beachbody created the Team Beachbody Coach program to secure an expansive marketing and sales network for minimal to no cost. Ouch. It has reaped enormous benefits by deliberately avoiding paying wages and benefits to those performing the sales work that forms the backbone of Beachbody's business. Beachbody charges its coaches for access to the instrumentalities needed to sell products, rather increasing its profits and decreasing coaches' pay in violation of California law. The intended result is for coaches to receive, at most, de minimis profit from their work, while providing free labor and shouldering the cost of doing business that Beachbody should be bearing. Whoever wrote this, whatever lawyer wrote this, I hope that you get a bonus just because you're such a good writer. I hope your parents are so proud of you, and I hope your law professors just feel a warm little spot in their soul, because I love this so much. It's so good.
I mean, especially if you've read, because like you've read some of the doTERRA and Young Living ones, like this one is full on shade.
Oh, for sure, and it's easy to read too. It's not
Oh
like
yeah.
it's not some of the stuff in Young Living. It's like, oh my god, or the transcripts from Gary Young. It's like, no, I didn't do that. I did this, when it's exactly what you said you didn't do. He just wanted to say it differently, and it's like, this is juicy, and I'm here for it.
Oh yeah. Okay, so controlling law. Beachbody coaches are employees. Companies like Beachbody were never supposed to be allowed to run an entire business on the backs of independent contractors. People who work in a company's core line of business are its quote employees, close quote. United States v. Silk 331 US, 704, 718, 1947.
Ooh. Beachbody claims an unprecedented portion of its workforce as, quote, independent contractors, end quote, and only classifies less than 0.3% of its workforce as, quote, employees, end quote. Footnote 6. These workers are in a variety of roles such as accounting and finance, supply chain management, and technology. These roles include marketing professionals, such as marketing communication specialists, who develop and create the overall social media plan to drive coach partner acquisition engagement and sales of BODi products. I'm going to wait to rage until we read the footnotes because that makes me so frustrated. Okay, these workers receive special treatment from Beachbody, including benefits such as health insurance, tuition reimbursement, and paid time off. So we have 3 footnotes to read: 6, 7, and 8.
You know, here's the other thing I have to say about that, because I've been to I've never been to the California headquarters, but I was at the Utah one. And they also have a workout facility in there. They give all of them free Shakeology and like Energize. So the amount of things that they give to the employees that coaches have to pay for is rough.
Mm. Yes, and this is Shelby's here, and this is Wendy, Bam the lawyer cat. We have lawyers, and they're not giving legal advice. They're just here to pop off in the chat, anonymously. So,
Yes.
number 6 is, it's a Forbes article, 340,000 coaches in 2018, allegedly. The 7 is from a Beachbody, myworkdayjobs.com, last access February 10, 2023, careers details, marketing communication specialist. Oh my God. 8, teambeachbody.com, shop corporate careers, last access February 10th, 2023. So those are just listings of what they offer people that they want to actually pay and not get free labor from those unsophisticated volunteer Salesforce people.
Yep. Okay, so by design, quote, independent contractors, close quote, are exempted from, quote, nearly every, close quote, labor law. But this classification was not meant to be a loophole for companies like Beachbody, whose coaches are effectively modern day telemarketers. Quote, historically, firms reserved the independent contractor designation for entrepreneurial individuals whose skills demanded higher pay in the open market, close quote. With this in mind, quote, legislatures rationalized excluding independent contractors from most employment laws because these individuals did not require the same legal protections as potentially more vulnerable, less skilled employees, close quote. So his unsophisticated Salesforce comment is going to come back to bite him, in my opinion.
I think there's one paragraph above, though, that was talking about harassment.
Did I miss one?
Maybe because I was excited footnotes. If you
Yes. Oh, I missed 34.
You're good. You want me to read it, or you want to read
Yeah,
it?
go for it.
Okay.
Go for it.
But coaches who make up the bulk of Beachbody's workforce are denied even the most basic protections of federal and state labor laws. Beachbody does not pay them minimum wage. It does not pay overtime, and it does not reimburse business expenses, such as internet connections. Hello.
She prevailed. She did not give up, and she finished curling the hair.
Your hair looks incredible.
You look adorable. Have fun.
I know. I said I know.
I told her she looked adorable, and she said, I know.
Confident. Lost track of where I was. Does not pay overtime. It does not reimburse business expenses such as internet connections, laptops, smartphones, or post promotion over Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Its classification of its coaches also deprives them of basic protections against discrimination and SEXUAL harassment. I just don't want us to get slapped by the YouTubes. Oh my gosh, welcome. How do you pronounce your first name? Is it Hanny or Hannah? Hanny? I'm so bad at pronunciation. Welcome.
Welcome, welcome. Oh, and then this, some oftentimes independent contractors can negotiate their wage, which I mean, it really just depends on the company, but there's no getting any of that, right? When you're a Beachbody coach, it's just all basic.
Yep,
Okay. So do you want me to read 36?
indeed.
Today, Beachbody preys upon many of the most vulnerable members of our society. Despite being a $40 billion industry, quote, the vast majority of people involved in them don't make money off of MLMs, and many people lose money. Close quote. Beachbody coaches are no exception. According to Beachbody's own income disclosure, 25.8% of coaches received no commission payment in 2021. And MLMs like Beachbody have grown during the COVID-19 pandemic, recruiting salespeople by promising remote work for the unemployed. These are the precise individuals that legislatures meant to shield with minimum wage and other workplace protections.
Ouch. Yikes. Oh my gosh. Welcome everyone who's just popping in. We are reading Jessica Lyons versus the Beachbody Company. There's lots of allegations. There's lots of shade. There's incredible snarky lawyer writing. We're having a blast reading through it, and I don't know if it's gonna go anywhere because I'm not a lawyer, but it's interesting when they reference things or they rework a sentence, and you absolutely know that they were on earnings calls and they are referencing things that you know that they have reference material for that they're going to bring up if this ever makes it to court.
Well,
So,
and I would imagine that all of these companies, because California has such a large presence with MLMs, like they've got to all be scared
yep.
reading this because I would think they're going to have to change something in this.
Yeah, I don't know. It's wild because the policies and procedures, the agreements that you sign when you sign up for a multi-level marketing company. I know you can't sign something that would be like you can sign something, but like if it's illegal, it can't be enforced. And so in this situation, it's allegedly violating uh the labor law. But I just don't know. Like I'm hopeful, yet I have lots of questions, I guess. So.
I love it.
I love it. Someone pass Beachbody some aloe vera because they are getting burned. Oh my, I love it so much. I love that so much. Holy moly. Okay. In recent years, state legislatures have taken action to send a clear message that most workers should be, quote, employees, end quote. You want me to read the next one?
Oh yeah, keep going.
California has adopted the ABC test to determine whether a company, like Beachbody, has misclassified its workers as, quote, independent contractors, end quote, because employee status was meant to be the default. The ABC test, quote, presumptively considers all workers to be employees.
So those were the three things. Oh yeah, and it's on here.
Okay.
Okay.
And permits workers to be classified as independent contractors only if the hiring business demonstrates that the worker in question satisfies each of three conditions. Condition A, that the worker is free from the control and direction of the hirer in connection with the performance of the work, which I don't think Beachbody coaches are. And
Mm-mm.
point B, that the worker performs work that is outside the usual course of the hiring entity's business. And point C, that the worker is customarily engaged in an independently established business of the same nature as that involves in the work performed. I still don't know what C means. Can a lawyer help us out? I don't know. I just don't know what that last one means. And the worker is customarily engaged in an independently established business of the same nature as that involved in the work performed.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that means.
Oh boy.
I'm sure someone will catch us.
Ooh.
All right.
Coaches are not free from Beachbody's control. I love the bold. I appreciate that. I mean, I'm here for it. I can wait for Amy to read this, but holy moly.
To engage in online marketing work for Beachbody, the company does not require coaches to hold any special experience, skills, license, or education level. Rather, Beachbody requires only that a prospective coach complete a short application that asks for basic information necessary for communication and tax purposes and agree to pay Beachbody $15.95 a month as a quote business service fee. End of quote.
Can I ask you? I'm gonna press the baby snark button. Can you just tell me if you can hear baby snark real quick?
Can you hear baby snark? Oh my god, I'm here. I'm on my iPad right now, and I'm using the front camera, and I have my little baby board that didn't work on my laptop, but my iPad is coming through with baby snark, and I'm so happy. Oh my god.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm just like, after the losses of like the bad streams that have happened, I'm like, this cannot be happening, but it is. Oh my god. Breaking Even Communications is an incredible channel. I'm gonna let Amy read it, and I'm gonna link Nicole's channel down here, but if you want to read that, I'm gonna link Nicole.
I think C means that if I'm hired as a contractor, for example, in a marketing capacity, I would have a marketing company, aka another company would hire me as a contractor in a similar capacity.
Oh, so Beachbody loses on that point too.
Yeah,
Unless
absolutely.
only with the other actual certified trainers who are coaches would they not lose on those people. So if they had the NASM certification, then, or their ACE certification, they'd be fine, I'm guessing, on that point.
Yeah.
But you're told in Beachbody that you don't have to have any experience. Carl Deichler has said an unsophisticated volunteer sales force that they don't have to be coaches, they don't have to have like any higher education, you don't have to do anything. You get to be successful at Beachbody because everything's right there for you. So I don't know how he's going to
And
get.
he doesn't. And he has stated before that he doesn't want his coaches to be experts.
Yep.
And we've got that on.
We
have a lot of documentation.
Yep, and this is what, so she's agreeing with Nicole that it means the worker usually does the same work like for another company. And I think Nightbot's being hold on.
Beachbody won't let you do the same work for another company. You're prohibited from doing that.
Yep. Sorry, I'm just gonna link Nicole's channel real quick because Nightbot's not working. Sorry, copy.
Here, I'll read 40.
Perfect.
Upon acceptance of their application, all coaches are required to adhere to a series of terms and conditions that Beachbody collectively refers to as the quote agreement. End of quote. The agreement consists of Team Beachbody US coach policies and procedures, Beachbody's terms and conditions of use, the privacy policy, and the Team Beachbody compensation plan. Quote, compensation plan, end of quote. A true and correct copy of the quote policies, end of quote, portion of the 2021 version of the agreement is attached here too as Exhibit A and provides that coaches are to be considered independent contractors. While Beachbody periodically updates the agreements to make minor routine updates, all versions contain language providing that coaches are to be considered independent contractors, including the version in use at the time of plaintiff's enrollment in 2016.
Awesome. And then Wendy said like a driver can for Lyft and Uber, going back to that third point that we read. I'm missing some of the comments because not the fastest reader. So, and then Wendy said I was just about to say that, Amy. I think that's kind of their point. Interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna read the next one in Baby Snark just so we can have a taste of it, and then I'll make sure to do the other one.
But since we have it for this one stream that it's working correctly, the policies alone are 48 pages long and set out most of the requirements of the coaches, including compliance with the quote Beachbody Coach Code of Ethics, end quote, requiring coaches to promise to market Beachbody and engage in customer service in accordance with Beachbody directives, Exhibit A 1.7. What does
Mhm.
that little symbol mean? I don't know.
I think it's section. I think it's like, yeah,
Gotcha.
section 1.7. Because Beachbody treats the coaches as independent contractors, it does not pay them any salary, wages, or benefits. Rather, as is typical in the MLM industry, the Beachbody compensation plan provides for two types of compensation. One, for sales the coach made to consumers, the coach receives a small percentage as a commission, typically 25%. And two, if the coach builds a quote downline, end of quote, i.e., recruits other new coaches to market and sell Beachbody products and recruit more coaches, then the quote upline, end of quote, coach receives commissions for sales made by those coaches in their downline.
I disagree, but that's fine. They always say sales, but if it was a sale, you would wait till the end of the month to have the actual sales from your customers submitted to get paid on those. They have commission allocated for them immediately when any purchase is made to the company if that person is in a qualifying position in their downline. So it's not based on sales. It's based on purchases. So then in my mind, you are a glorified customer or it's not a true sales reward situation.
Well, and the interesting thing when I was doing it, we signed everybody up as coaches. That's what we were instructed to do. And one of the reasons, in my opinion, that happened is because then it would go towards your volume. But if they reordered their Shakeology every month, you didn't get a commission. You didn't get a monthly commission. You just got the volume points.
Yep.
And it takes 100 on one leg and 200 on the other leg to cycle. And I got $14 per
Yep.
cycle. And so the amount of commission that they save by having people sign up as the preferred customer, or now I think the affiliate, any of the other lying terms that, in my opinion, they use, it's awful.
Yep, and the thing that's even twistier about that two-leg system you're talking about is if it doesn't even out, if meaning if you can't get 2 to 1, they have to match up, then you have to keep doing that. If you don't have the sides to balance, meaning 2 to 1, they don't have to pay on that, and there's a timeline to be able to recoup that. So if you can't get one of your legs up to the right thing to claim it, guess who gets to keep that money? Beachbody does.
Well, and when you do that, you have to guess. So my coach signing me up as a coach had to guess if I was going to be someone who was going to be a runner or not. And unfortunately, my coach guessed wrong and put me on a weak leg. So I got no help in volume. It was just mine. So I had to work really, really hard for $14.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, I do have one. I have one sound bite. If y'all have not licked the stream, that is we got Lick the Stream from Amber. That was from a Snark crew video. So if you haven't done that, I don't have the stream go, but if you haven't gone over to Amy's and liked hers, it's much appreciated.
I will say I did a video a while ago with Emma on the compensation plan and how it's working, and it is a really good just overview of the ways in which they try to, in my opinion, screw over the coaches.
Yep. Am I on 43 now?
Yep.
Sorry, I know. Live chat's like, oh, she doesn't know what paragraph she's on again. Yes, I know. I'm sorry. Under the compensation plan, coaches are responsible for all expenses. The business service fee is non-waivable, and coaches must be current with it to receive commission payments. That fee does not cover all expenses, however. Coaches must purchase the products needed to run challenge groups and make promotional posts and testimonials on social media. Beachbody does not reimburse coaches for the purchases. Coaches also cover the cost of a cell phone, internet, and other routine business expenses. And here's a twistier part, Amy. They are not like looked at as if they were going to make sales pitches to people in person. So they have to do it electronically. They have to do it through Instagram or TikTok or Facebook or YouTube, and they're paying all those expenses. Even if they go to a coffee shop, they've had to pay for their phone, they pay for whatever their internet, they have to pay for a coffee to get access to the Wi-Fi. So like there's all of these things that are involved that is like,
Yeah.
oh, that's just part of doing business, but you're
Well,
not paid.
no, and then I don't even know how many of these coaches have, their planners to help you run your business. So then you feel like you have to purchase the planner from your upline, because I mean, I can think of like 5 of them right off the top of my head that have planners, or the various other things, or they will recommend that everybody sign up for the specific business coach because they're so amazing. Well, yeah, but that's another expense when you're not getting any money and all you have are expenses going out. I mean, I remember we were encouraged to run ads, and I don't even know how much money I spent on ads and really didn't get anybody.
Yeah. It's difficult. I mean, ads are difficult. You would want an experienced person putting those together. There's A/B testing involved. There's lots of things. It's like understanding your target, and then it's complicated, and you can waste a ton of money just trying to say like, oh, is someone gonna click yes to this? A
Mhm.
lot not if you're not working with someone who understands ads. And two, again, Carl Deichler has reiterated unsophisticated volunteer sales force, so more than likely they're not going to know how to do that either. And that's no shade. That's shade on Carl for getting
Mhm.
free labor and getting to live a luxurious lifestyle off of the backs of his volunteer unsophisticated sales force.
Absolutely. Oh, am I up? Okay. In
Yes.
the agreement, Beachbody gives itself broad rights to control coaches and mandate conformance with its directives. It states that Beachbody created the agreement, quote, to explicitly set a standard for acceptable business conduct, close quote. And, quote, coaches are required to read and comply with all the terms and conditions set forth in the agreement, close quote. Example A, section 1.2. And it further states that, quote, Beachbody never gives up its rights to insist on compliance with the agreement and with the applicable laws governing the conduct of your business, close quote. Throughout the agreement, Beachbody makes clear it has the exclusive right to terminate the coach for failure to comply with the terms. 3.2.9 is the termination for failure to comply with social media directives. 3.4, termination for improper purchases. 3.7.3, termination for failure to comply with recruiting directives. 3.10.1, termination for recruiting other coaches to participate in other MLMs and competing work. 3.10.3, termination for marketing Beachbody products alongside non-Beachbody products. That pissed me off because they don't care. I don't even know how many we've sent to
Yeah,
them.
they don't. They in the Amy's channel. If I wasn't being PG rated, I'd say that they don't give us something. They don't give a flippity flop about it. You know how much work that Amy and Jen and Cheryl and Amber have done to try to tell Jemima and Carl Deichler and the compliance department, look, for the love of sanity and for the love of consumer protection, please stop your people from doing this. Please stop having your people exploit people on their sober journey. Please stop making claims. Please stop saying you're a pelvic floor expert when you're not and that your programs are going to do something. Please stop saying your day one after you've given birth is your starting photo and not telling that to people and then showing how an incredible weight loss you had with Beachbody. Like,
Yep.
it's twisty.
Or my
And
favorite, the changing the product and using the same reel for a Beachbody product versus a non-Beachbody product and using the exact same reel for it, and they don't care.
and if you missed that, Amy and I looked at that, and Amy looked at it and then she didn't post about it for a while because she was like, is this going to put so much pressure on this person because she has gone through hard things? And she really took time to think about it. And Amy is very level headed, and I appreciate that about her. I more am not level headed. And so when the lady who got upset about the stream that we did messaged Amy told Amy off, and then blocked her, we're like, okay, fine. We'll just continue posting about it, because what you did, whether you're going to accept responsibility for it or not, was wrong. Saying you lost weight with a product when you didn't is wrong. It's deceptive.
But wait, did you know that now she's selling a course for
Uh,
$200 on how to be a social seller?
where's Danielle Ryan when we need her? Holy moly. How to be a
Yes.
social. Can I just say this for everyone in the chat, and maybe this is just like a snark notes for everybody. Lying is not a marketing like skill set. It's not a marketing strategy. Lying can get you in trouble, and you can get you fined big time. That's not just us being like, oh, we're not happy that or like we're being grumpy that you're being successful. No, we're being grumpy because you are lying. You're taking people's money based off information that is not correct, and then who's going to get in trouble for that? You're going to get in trouble with the FTC or somebody else.
Yeah. And so just to answer some of the questions, yes, someone did use a pregnancy photo. She still uses it all the time. Then we have the pelvic floor experts. Yes. We also have diastasis recti. I totally probably said that wrong, but they say that they're an expert on those things as well. And that's where, to us, it gets dangerous. People are going to them and thinking that they are going to get adequate help and care, and they're just not. And the compliance department really does not care.
And, or if someone is saying like, I saw a Modere rep the other day. And I know her in real, like, we are acquaintances from a long time ago. She had a mommy makeover, no shade. That I'm not saying that's shady. I'm saying when she then said that she got an incredible body from Modere trim, that made me very upset, because someone is going to say, oh, I can buy the trim and I can work hard and I can be committed and I want to get those same results, when she didn't disclose that she had a full mommy makeover. That's liposuction, that's a tummy tuck, that's other stuff down there. That was a breast augmentation. That, like, tell the truth. For like, just tell the truth.
Cheryl's previous upline does that same thing as well.
Oh
She
my
had a
god.
total mommy makeover. And the number of them that do like 75 hard or do different things in addition to Beachbody. Even I had a hard time once I started teaching aerobics classes, because it's, how do I know what I'm getting results from? I'm
Right.
working out 5 hours a day because I'm teaching classes and I'm eating this and I'm doing this. So how do you know what is actually working? Because they're all doing so many different things, but they say it's all Beachbody.
Yep. Yep.
So yeah.
It's twisty. It's way twisty. The Ranger Lab said, I would love to see a sample of profit/expense breakdown, such as took in 30K, Fed taxes, Social Security taxes, healthcare, business expenses, carried inventory costs, etc. Suggestion for future show if it doesn't exist.
So my husband maybe has that spreadsheet. He has the spreadsheet for me of everything that I paid out for the various things and for all of it as compared to what I brought in. I have it for both Beachbody and for Prove It, because my husband, bless his heart, was trying his hardest to get me to see that this was not a good idea.
That is like, I don't know. I love like seeing y'all's relationship, and I know we only see glimpses on the screen, but just from the stuff that you said, like, that's so cool that like I don't know. I just think it's cool, like, he was trying to come with facts to try to have a conversation and do the math part, and not like come at you with ad hominem attacks or come at your upline with ad hominem attacks, but like, here's the ins and outs and here's the math, and like, I think that's cool. I think that's super cool.
Yeah, because I'm very once I got out from under the the emotional control, I think,
Yeah.
that just kind of happens, I am very fact-based and driven by that, and once he's like, "Amy, can we please sit down?" Because I kept saying like, "No, no, no, I don't wanna sit down, I'm good." When we sat down, I just was appalled. And I'm like, "No wonder we can't afford to do anything because I am paying a whole lot of money to volunteer and sell this stuff for a company that really doesn't care about me."
Yeah.
So,
Yep. Yep. Um, or am I on 45 or
um, yeah, I don't think we need to talk about
okay,
the upline downline
okay, you
thing.
already know all that. Is there anything else that you see in this? Any
No.
bits in this?
Let's see. Okay, yeah, read 45.
Moreover, Beachbody exerts substantial control and direction over how the coaches perform their work, both under the terms of the agreements with coaches and in practice. While Beachbody permits coaches to create their own work hours, and work as little or as many as they desire, the coach's discretion ends there. Because of the control and direction exerted by Beachbody, the coach has virtually no discretion over how they are to actually do the job.
And I would also say with that one, although Beachbody may have said that you could work whenever you wanted to and as little or as many hours, your upline would often require attendance on Zoom calls,
Yep,
would require certain things in order to get even any um time with them. Like, right? Like I couldn't schedule a meeting with my upline unless I hit a certain success club number and attended all the meetings.
yep. And some people say that you can't be in the Facebook group unless you are purchasing Shakeology, which isn't a
Mhm.
part of the policies and procedures. And then even Emma, when she was a diamond under Emily Favre, Emily told her, even though that Emma had just had a C-section in the hospital, she was like, if you don't join that Zoom meeting, you're not going to get the mentorship. Like, we're revoking your access to the mentorship. So what did she do? She set up her computer on the little table on her hospital bed, had her baby like in the little crib next to her, and she took a screenshot so she'd have proof that she was on the call. And you can see the Zoom people on the top of her screen, and I'm just thinking to myself, how this is not healthy.
No, there's no boundaries. No boundaries. And even like when you talk about working as many hours as possible, absolutely. And even on the paid for vacations that they would have, um, we were working the entire time we were in Punta Cana. We had to we ran like a sneak peek into coaching. There are business meetings. There are so many things that they require you to do, even on the like, "Ooh, you earned this." And it's just another way for them to require you to show things.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
Beachbody closely directs and controls coaches' online marketing. While some MLMs rely on home parties, door to door sales calls, and other forms of in person selling, Beachbody's model is designed so that coaches can work online to solicit leads and recruit new coaches. Beachbody acknowledges that coaches, quote, solicit orders for Beachbody products and submit them to the company for fulfillment, example A 2.3, and that coaches rely heavily on social media, example A 3.2.9. Beachbody closely directs and controls coaches' online marketing. It's interesting. They actually did used to do, I mean, kind of an in-home party, if you will. They called them fit clubs, and they would get people to all get together and do a workout together. They would normally have like a Shakeology tasting, and which I can't imagine that went well,
Ugh.
but they would give out Shakeology, which they would have to have purchased, right? The coach purchased that Shakeology that they're giving out,
Yep.
and you would do a fit club. That's how the coach that lives in my town got to where he is in the company.
Oh, is he still high up in the company?
He is trying to make a comeback. He was in the top 10 once upon a time. He's pushing pretty hard now, to be like, guys need to be able to do this too. Let's bring the men back in and that kind of stuff. He's toxic.
Yeah, I have a question. So you have a guy who started a company, Carl Deichler, with his partner, who consequently a guy, and then you have guy trainers for the big programs, and yet you specifically target women because okay, and I just don't. That just seems odd to me. Like I know why they do it. It just is like it just
But
feels
here's the
weird to
most of them, most MLMs are this way.
yeah.
I mean, the only one I can think of that really caters to men is like Amway or Primerica or World Financial Group.
Yeah, or iGenius has guys in it too, except the Debbie
Mhm.
Fab has a ton of girl like, and I know that there's a range of genders. I'm just talking about in terms of like what is the common thing that they say in their groups.
Yeah. All you have to do is look at um all you have to do is look at the top 10s.
Wait, what? No way.
You were almost at 3,000. What?
How did that happen?
That's amazing.
Sorry. Okay. I just didn't. I had no idea. I'm
You'll
sorry.
have to throw a party. I mean, I could maybe I'm trying to think. I don't have any MLM food in my house. Otherwise, we could do like a beach bar tasting or, for 3,000. Um, but no, the highest percentage is women, and you can definitely see within I mean, I can only think um of two men who have been like pretty consistently like profitable. But that's about it.
Yeah, it's
So
weird. I mean, it's twisty. Um. Beachbody has been able to recruit coaches in part because its products offerings and businesses model lend itself so well to online marketing. For example, because Beachbody's flagship products is its workout videos, which are available for streaming to those consumers who purchase a monthly subscription. Except when you buy that monthly subscription, you better enjoy that first workout because you're not getting good music after the second time you play it. Why is that? Because Carl Deichler is cheap as hell and he will not pay for the licensing for the good music for every time. And and who am I comparing that to? Oh, I don't know. A certain competing bike company where all of their trainers have their certifications and they've got good music on every bike ride. Oh, it starts with a P. I'll let you fill in the rest of it.
well, and here's the interesting part. The thing that amazes me is one of their programs, it was Size. Okay. So it's the one that Shanti did that was all dance. And the dances were choreographed specifically to those songs.
Oh my god.
Right? So they were choreographed to Problem by Ariana Grande or Treasure by Bruno Mars and then Sia's Chandelier. Okay. So then now when you try to do those workouts, it's like some weird elevator type music that has nothing to do with the movement in the dance. And people hate it. They are so mad about it.
I mean, I'd be mad paying for a premium of, to get access to streaming workouts when I could get it for free on YouTube and have fun, doing a dance workout with someone and have great music because they will pay for it. I mean, and then, oh yeah, but I still need to go to BODi for what? Autumn doesn't have an update on her certification. She's just reading something and she reads lots of books by doctors. There's a few other people who have their up-to-date certifications, but it's like, okay, well, I mean, I can go support someone for free or YouTube will pay AdSense or I can join their membership and give them money instead of having to give it to Six Lines Up and to Carl Deichler, who is just not my favorite person in the world, you know?
No. Let's see. Did you finish that one?
Mm, I don't think I did. Maybe I didn't. I think I got distracted using social media where video clips can be easily displayed as well as on forums such as SMS messaging services, other forms of online communication, and Beachbody's platforms. This is this is me in real life though because I do get quite distracted.
Well, and the thing that is amazing to me is I saw a post from a coach today who's looking for people to test out Body's newest program. And I'm like, you're being so deceptive. You're not looking for anybody to test it out. Are you kidding me? All
Or
right. That's
they say that it's some type of like clinical testing, or they say it's some type of group. They make it seem like it's something meaningful, and it's not actually, in my opinion, what I would put into the category of scientific testing. It's just so that they say, "Oh, we do this," and it's like it doesn't really
well,
definitions of it.
it was like when they did the gut protocol and they were like 72% of Americans have blah, blah, blah. And then you look at the results and it was a survey that they sent out to their own Beachbody coaches.
Yeah,
Like, what?
it's it is so wild. Hey, Eliza.
Yeah. Okay, so while Beachbody does not expressly prohibit all forms of in-person sales, as described in paragraph 63 to 79, Beachbody has created many incentives for coaches to sell on its online platforms, made it difficult, if not impossible, for coaches to engage in most forms of in-person sales, and the agreement does not require that any sales be performed in person.
Holy moly. I'm gonna do some baby start.
To perform the online marketing work, Beachbody grants all coaches access to the Coach Office, a password-protected section of Beachbody's website that serves as a coach's portal for all things related to their Beachbody work. Beachbody stores key documents, training tools, product guides, marketing instructions, and other important reference materials that the coach is required to familiarize themselves with. Footnote 16.
Holy moly. Eat more. Ugh. Look at how cakey that frosting is on the top. That's
Oh
dry as hell. Look at it. Can I just say this from a marketing perspective? Like, I just say this, like, you have to coordinate with your photographers, and you're the layout person. You and sometimes you are the one that has to do the pictures. This whatever this cupcake would never pass inspection of like being okay to be on anyone's food anything. Look at how chunky that is and the edges of it, like, oh, also that Chex Mix that Autumn Calabrese thought tasted so good on her channel with the Beachbody uh Shakeology as the powder coating. The worst thing. No, it's not the worst thing I've ever tasted. I've drank actual Shakeology, but like close second. It was awful.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Beachbody maintains galleries of Beachbody approved graphics and images of its products and video clips from workout videos that coaches can use in their social media posts. These images are often the same graphics that Beachbody uses in the company run advertisements. For example, this is an image that Beachbody has authorized coaches to use in their social media use to promote the products.
Oh, so I paid someone to do this. If you're wondering what that little leaf is, it's part of the Shakeology logo. So they put the leaf with other things when they're trying to create association with Shakeology, which why would you want to eat dessert? I know some of y'all like Shakeology. I'm saying like trade for trade. Shakeology with water and ice, awful.
Well,
Shake
and
my
they put that little because Shakeology just has so many superfoods in it. And nothing says superfoods like a little leaf over the O.
yeah.
But did you notice what the footnote is? Have you ever looked at the To Be Pregnant product training?
Oh my God, no, I have not.
You didn't? They have a whole program that they do, the To Be Mindset program for pregnant people. Yeah,
Oh God, we have to react to that. Holy moly.
it's bad. It's bad. The coach office also includes a tool to permit coaches to send emails to customers and downline coaches, stores customer contact information, tracks sales, and tracks coaches' performance in various incentive programs.
Oh boy. The training tools and product guides available in the coach office include instructions on how to advertise given products, product information, pricing directives, and required information that coaches are to give to their prospective customers. They also contain suggestions on who to target and what the coach's sales pitch should be, scripted examples for answering common questions, and instructions on overcoming objections. I am going to let you read the next one. I'm just going to grab some medicine real quick and be right back.
For example, its 2020 Guide for Beachbody on Demand is a 4-page long document setting out all the details and instructions that a coach needs to know. These documents are not flyers to be handed out to people, but rather include notes to the coach. The details and length of these product guides indicates that coaches are not likely to memorize this information and answer questions directed to them in person, but rather are intended to allow the coach to prepare social media posts or reference easily when running a challenge group. Beachbody also provides each coach with a, quote, personal, end of quote, website to serve as their online storefront. These, quote, coach sites, end of quote, essentially serve as a portal to Beachbody's product catalog and are designed to allow Beachbody to track and credit sales to the coach through whose portal the consumers purchase the products. Beachbody provides each coach with a template to create a site and a specialized URL by which customers can access that coach's, quote, business, end of quote. All coach URLs follow a standard template that Beachbody created. Customers who visit a coach site can peruse the same Beachbody's catalog of products that can be found on Beachbody's main websites. The only difference is that by purchasing the products via the coach's personalized URL, the coach can earn a commission from the sale. While coaches can personalize these sites with information about themselves, the options are limited. Beachbody has designed the templates in such a way so as to automatically generate a version of each coach's site in French and Spanish in addition to English, so coaches cannot deviate from the standard template.
Oh my god. Beachbody also provides directives to coaches on how to use Beachbody's online programs. Oh, did I messed that up? Am I in the right paragraph?
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Got distracted. Beachbody also provides directives to coaches on how to use Beachbody's online programs with respect to the challenge groups, which are Facebook groups, but okay. Beachbody supplies both instructions and guides to run them. For example, coaches can access the challenge groups via a coach portal. Nobody uses those. They all Facebook groups.
Yeah, it's the coach portal, they make it very difficult to run them. It's so much easier to do it in Facebook.
Yep, and Wendy, I'll send you a copy of this later. Coach portal on the Beachbody app to monitor their customers and leads progress, answer the questions, and help them purchase the products they need to complete the challenge or reach the goals for the challenge group. There's no languaging on them saying, "Oh, how can I best support you?" Does that include any supplements? Probably not. Does that include support where you don't have to continue paying? Maybe it does. It's like, what supplements do you need to buy? What supplements, what products, what new bands does Autumn Calabrese have that don't roll up or whatever? It's like, oh my god.
Yeah. Coaches are not on their own in running the challenge groups. Rather, Beachbody then instructs them to use Beachbody content stating, quote, using the group guides, post content and engage with your group participants daily, close quote. The Beachbody produced group guides are a collection of published scripts and prompts for the coach to use when running the groups and contain extensive detail. They have graphics. They have, yeah. Oh, you get to read this. You get to read this fun example, DC.
Oh god. Okay.
I'm gonna use Baby Snark to do the honor of the fluffery that I sure am about to read. For example, in a group guide called, quote, 10 Rounds, end quote, Beachbody published scripts and instructions for a 40-day group program, which contains details on product recommendations and workouts. On day 1, the coach is prompted to tell the group, I can't tell you how long I've been waiting for a killer boxing program, like 10 rounds. Honestly, boxing is hands down one of the best total body workouts you can do. Slender arms, strong core, stamina building, all of it. But for me, stepping into a ring at a scary boxing gym was not gonna happen. That's why I love that I can learn from all the fundamentals of boxing at home with super trainer Joel One More Freeman. I'm talking the jabs, uppercuts, hooks, all those punches that are gonna keep your arms moving and heart pounding. It's a for sure intense 5 days a week, but it's also tons of fun. The entire program is shot on the road with Joel and the cast. You'll get to try new workouts as they go from city to city, visiting iconic locations. I'll get into what those workouts look like a little later. For now, let's focus on being 100% prepared for the weeks to come. During this prep week, I'll be giving you some pointers so you can start strong from the very first workout. One thing I do every day is drink Shakeology to help maximize my results. You'll see how super important it is for your own 10-round results. I can tell my body feels and functions at its best when I'm getting all my nutrients. First, I start my day with Shakeology, even on the non-workout days. It's delicious superfood nutrition made with a blend of proteins, prebiotics, probiotics, digestive enzymes, adaptogens, vitamins, and minerals, and definitely not plaster. The stuff your body begs for to help maintain a high level of performance during your entire 6-week commitment. On workout days, you'll also take Beachbody Performance Energizer and recover to help you tackle every workout with laser-sharp focus and recover optimally between them.
Oh my gosh, I used to post those. I mean, who you just like honestly, you just copy and paste.
Yeah.
How many of them are going to actually come up with something? I mean, and that's the thing that they say, right? Is that it's plug and play. That's why you don't have to be trained to do anything, because they give you the scripts for everything, even to run your challenge group.
And the trouble is with these copy and paste things, the way that algorithms and computer things, the whole purpose on YouTube, they want you to stay on YouTube as long as possible. Same thing with Instagram, same thing with Facebook, same thing as the other platforms. So when they see you liking a post, and if they see an identical post come up, they know that you liked it before. So then they're going to put something identical in front of you like that. That's a simplistic way of talking about it, but that's why these copy and paste things are really bad for growing your business, because then it starts to say, well, everyone is copying and pasting, and do they really mean what they say? And that's one of the big issues. That's why all of these duplicatable systems don't work, because the copy and pasting is literally pulling the rug out from sometimes you being successful on the internet.
Well, and people know. I mean, these are the hey hun messages. Like, we just had them all scripted, and people know. They know what you're doing, and they know what you're doing with this. This talks like Chat GPT, right? Like, it's like Chat GPT, create a challenge group post for me. This is what's going to come out. It does not sound like a person. We should
Yes.
try that.
Oh, we should, but if y'all haven't been following the lawsuit with ChatGPT, a lawyer asked ChatGPT to write their stuff for them. Emily covered it on her stream this morning. And then when the judge was like, these cases don't exist, he went back to ChatGPT to ask ChatGPT if ChatGPT was telling him the truth. And ChatGPT doubled down on itself, its artificial intelligence self, and was like, sure do. So he went back to the judge with an affidavit and said like, oh no, this is a thing. And so if you haven't watched it, it was a stream today from Emily D. Baker. It's wild. It's so wild. Yes, ChatGPT lawyer is wild. So wild.
Oh
I
my
can.
gosh.
It's yeah.
Oy, all right. The guides contemplate that coaches will be filming themselves reading the script and posting the videos on the challenge group pages in the app or on Instagram or other social media pages. On some, Beachbody includes images and an option for coaches to download those images to use in their posts that are connected to the challenge. So you don't even have to find your own graphics for your challenge group.
Oh, great. In some instances, Beachbody assigns customers to coaches and directs that the coaches engage and market to those specific customers. Because customers unaffiliated with any coach can purchase Beachbody products, Beachbody can assign its own customers to coaches who the coach is expected to include in challenge groups, provide customer service, and periodically reach out to for marketing efforts. These interactions with these Beachbody assigned coaches are always virtual. Wait, can I just say this? When someone goes around knowing that they have to sign up with someone, they go to the company to sign up, it's because they don't want to be harassed to hell every single day of their life to join an opportunity. They don't know what they're missing out on. Please order more Shakeology. They want it to be like Target. I want to go there when I need something to buy, or they want to go to Walmart or whatever. They don't want a Walmart person texting them every day saying, are you sure you need some more Cheetos? You need some more milk? We just got this new product in. I'm sure you're going to like these Lucky Charms. Like, we don't want it.
No, and it was interesting whenever I would because I got them assigned to me because you have and they changed it. It used to be that when you were an Emerald coach, you would be in the pool to have just customers assigned to you. It never went well when I reached out to those people. They were they were mad because they're like, "Why are you contacting me?" Like, yes, I wanted insanity, but I didn't want you. And
Right.
it's like, "Okay, well, I'm here if you need anything." And they sell that as such a good thing, that you get these assigned customers. They get mad.
Oh, they
So
do.
it never went well for me.
And they feel violated because they gave Beachbody the contact information to get a product, and then Beachbody shared that with someone that they didn't approve of. And so then it's like, how did you get my number? Why are you talking to me? And it's like, I specifically did not give my number to you, so what the hell is going on?
Yeah. Yeah. Beachbody, through the coach office and the communications it disseminates by word of mouth through coaches, passing instructions down to their downlines, provides many other useful tools for coaches. Under a quote, news and events, end of quote section, it provides quote, BODi business news, end of quote, which provides weekly news updates and announcements to coaches, such as changes to the coach office, new product launches, and information on upcoming Beachbody events. It also produces a quote, Coach monthly, end of quote, newsletter and calendar, which informs coaches of current and upcoming promotions, key dates, and marketing or product updates.
That-
I just, dun, 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 they have a summit in 3 weeks.
I cannot wait to listen to Autumn shade whatever city she's going to that they don't have vegetables, and they probably never had vegetables, and that there's probably no. What is she on now? I don't know what thing she's doing now because she's on her hormone stuff.
It seems almost like she's doing a keto-ish type thing, but DC, I think she's gonna be in San Antonio. I think
I
that
I'm so close to San Antonio.
you should go. Do you know how fun
Okay.
that would be?
Oh my god. So, wait, would I just, like, sit in a hotel room and, like, watch them work out and be miserable and not, like, hungry all the time? Can you
Mhm.
imagine that many people being in one spot and then being required to do all the things and then not giving them snacks? Listen, when I go on a road trip or a trip, I have my backpack with all of my stuff. Like, I look at it as a worst case scenario. Like, if someone like, when I was still working, if something would hit the fan at work, I'd have everything I needed to do a project. So, like, I'll take my camera with me. I take my all my computer things and my craft stuff. Like, worst case scenario, I get stuck somewhere. I want to be crafting or I want to be able to do work, and I have my snack bags. If I need snacks, it's super important, and some water. So I got my big cup. Do you get snacks when you do Beachbody stuff? No, it's so expensive to go there, and then you gotta share everything. It's
Yep.
like everyone's grumpy and hungry.
Well, and we had, what, 6 or 7 people in our room at Summit because you have to do that, right? And we were close enough, so we were in Nashville. One of our friends, she was close enough that she drove. She brought bananas, a blender, like, she brought all those things because it was something like $5 to buy a Shakeology at the event, which of course you had to have. And so
How much?
we had so many things in our hotel room that we would take with us.
Oh my god.
And you have your early morning workouts. You've got all of these things. It you get home and you were exhausted. Exhausted.
But what's the fun part about going to something like that?
The Billy Idol concert was really fun.
Oh, okay, got it. I mean, have they done any cool concerts then since you've been in?
Let's see. So I got to go to Billy Idol, which is funny because I guess Tony Horton trains Billy Idol, and so he got him to perform, which was hilarious. Um, I don't think so. I don't know what they're doing for their stuff anymore because I don't think they're putting as much money as they used to into it.
Oh, they're definitely not because they gave one of the presents. And look, I love a gift. I can't help it. I cannot. I can't just. I just can't. When I saw the gifts that Carl Deichler was giving their coaches as a thank you for being a volunteer, unsophisticated sales force who brings a crap ton of money into my company, he gave them flannel freaking shirts. You know what I'm saying? Like, and back in the day, back in 2010, 2011, I think they got like custom Lululemon stuff.
Mhm.
Like, oh, Carl decided to go to Target and buy a flannel shirt and give them a plant. Like, look, I love a plant too, but it's just wild the decline of the presence of people who make your company a crap ton of money.
Oh yeah, and they use those presents as like, look how amazing my company is. And so now when they're doing these posts of, oh my gosh, look how much they love me. It's like, do they? Because I think they bought that at Dollar Tree. And how much did you have to pay to get that stupid like gift? Go buy it yourself and you'd get
And,
something nicer.
and it's no shade to Dollar Tree. It's saying that
No.
they're hundreds of thousands of dollars to Carl, and
Yep.
all he can give thank you. Sure, they get commission, but a lot of times, good like business owners at the end of the year when they've had a good year, they give their employees bonuses. And so these coaching trips that you have to earn to be on because you bring in a lot of money, you you're getting a 99-cent flannel shirt for in comparison with bringing hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars into Beachbody for Carl,
Well,
buddy.
keep in mind, and this is true of Summit, it's also true of the Success Club trips. They will have events that only the people who have hit Elite or Premier are invited to, and nobody else gets to go to those parties. So even though I went to Punta Cana on this paid for trip that was freaking expensive. Um, I didn't get a gift because I wasn't elite. I didn't get to go to the elite party. We just had to walk past it and see everybody else there. It's very much a class system. Yeah.
That's my this is the system I like, and I know I keep comparing everything to like growing up with my parents, but Excal and my mom are pretty great. But like our house was like, if you need to come over, if you need a place to stay, you can always come to their house. That's the kind of thing. It's like, oh, you don't feel included, you can come over. So it's weird to be looking at these MLM things when it's like, oh no, you're in your own little class structure. You can't go to the next one, but we are going to walk you in front of the upper tier so you know exactly what you are missing because you don't qualify because you're not valuable to be up there. It's like,
Yep.
what?
Which is wild. So my husband's company did a trip that was paid for. We didn't actually have to pay for anything. It was amazing. We didn't have to pay for our flights and all of that stuff. And when we got there, they had a gift for him and for me as his like guest. And it's like, and they were Maui Jim sunglasses, which I think are really expensive.
Yeah, they are.
I'm more of a my kids destroy everything, so Walmart and Target for my sunglasses kind of girl. But
Sure.
they did that not only for the employee, but also for their guest. And then Beachbody's like, we're not even going to do it for our voluntary sales force.
Yeah, and we're gonna tax you on that trip that you won.
Mhm.
Did you have to pay? Did you have to pay tax on that trip that you got your husband's company or no?
I don't know. I don't think so. And normally what they do is if he does win some type of an award or something, they will gross it up to count for the taxes. So, they would, yeah. Oh yeah. It was a president's club sales trip and holy buckets, it was amazing.
I
I
would love if you're if anyone knows anyone who's in charge of like scheduling or being the person to plan one of those president club sales trips, we would love, and I'm roping Amy into this. We would love to talk to you and then to ask you what certain similar level trips from Beachbody would compare on your list. So if you know anyone, or if that's you and you even see our stream, send us an email or a DM on Instagram, or a regular email.
It's so funny to compare how cool I thought it was to go to Punta Cana and to have all of these things. And then I went with my husband's company and I was like, "Oh wow, that's different. Wait, I
Yeah,
don't have to go to a workout? I don't have meetings scheduled? This is
yeah,
amazing."
yeah. Like I don't know that I if like I'm the wrong person to take vacations, but like if I go on a vacation, I kind of want to like wear comfy clothes and maybe like go to the pool but and read a book and then eat something delicious for lunch and then maybe go to something but still be in comfy clothes and hang out with people that don't stress me out. I that's kind of my
And
vacation.
that doesn't have expectations that you
Yeah.
have to do certain things and like ours, it was like, "Hey, we have this planned if you want to do it. We
Yeah.
have this going on if you want to go." Do all
Yeah.
of yes, the all MLMs go to Punta Cana. Let's see, they do Punta Cana and Riviera Maya on the specifically I know Beachbody and I think some of the other ones too like to do the Hard Rock. And when I know when they go to I don't remember if Punta Cana was the same, but I know when they go to Mexico, they have 2 resorts that you can choose from, I believe, because one is an adults only, and then some people bring their families. You could pay extra to bring, like, kids.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
So there you go.
Interesting. I've got questions.
Mhm.
That's like okay. Are we on paragraph 60?
Yes, yep.
Everyone's gonna be a meme like, what paragraph are we on? I don't know.
I don't
Another
know.
example, for years, Beachbody has published a quote daily business activity tracker end quote worksheet for its coaches to use. See exhibit B. These worksheets give a list of tasks for the coach to perform each day, including things like
be proof the products work, workout, and drink Shakeology. Do a social media post that showcases the benefits of your healthy lifestyle or has a call to action. Update your IG story through the day. Wait, why is there? I'm sorry, I'm stuck on the quote that's there. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Update your IG story throughout the day to show workout clips, meal prep, or invitation / promote group / poll or call to action. Contribute to your challenge group.
this is such. Okay, Carl, the signs are on the wall that your company is sinking a little bit, and for reasons like this, you say you want a unsophisticated volunteer sales force, you don't give them good tips. Oh,
Mm-mm.
it's show a result or do a call to action. There's so much better ways to have like interaction and build your social following if you're doing that, or if you're actually trying to run a business and have someone make a decision that they're looking for your product and then to buy your product. It is complex, but you don't care because the coaches are glorified customers. I
Oh,
don't know what to say.
absolutely. I mean, we were even told like post, I think it was that you need at least 3 posts per day. One inspiration, your workout, and food. So like we were told what to post.
That's wild because in other schools of thought in marketing, you want to have pillars of who you are on your social. What do you want to be doing? On mine specifically, I like to educate, and I specifically want to help other people who are empathetic or who have big feelings learn how to empower themselves through education and do that. That's one of my main pillars that I want to do, and normally you have 3. And so you figure that out, and then you figure out if those are important to you and what you're trying to do, either for your business or if you're an influencer, okay, and then you figure out who you want to talk to. And
Mhm.
we pieces of that. But if you're not good at doing that naturally, like I'm not the like you see some of these big influencers with 1.2 million followers and like they're good at it. They're naturally pretty. They're naturally small. They're like there's some of the things that's like, well, if I'm nervous or if I get timid or if I have anxiety or if I don't even know how to use a social platform, how am I supposed to do these action items like post a story, or what does a call to action mean, or whatever. They're saying do these things instead of figure out what your core values are and then work out from that spot.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Let's see. Beachbody also produces a weekly podcast. Coaches are encouraged to join to learn sales and marketing tips, hear from other Beachbody veterans, learn about new products, and stay motivated.
Oh boy. Beachbody coaches are incentivized to follow Beachbody's directives and prompts in marketing the products because they're only paid if they make sales. They are incentivized to follow the suggestions of Beachbody and their upline coaches on what kinds of marketing efforts are likely to result in successful sales. And this is a B inset item. Beachbody's reliance on an e-commerce platform limits coaches' discretion and promotes online sales over in-person interaction. Yep, agree.
Let's see. So now this is talking about marketing. Do we want to keep going on it? I don't know how much you need to do tonight.
I mean, I'm free. I just don't live chat. What do y'all like? What are you bored of? Do y'all want to look at the exhibits? Do we want to like snoop on that, or I don't know.
Maybe we just like quickly look through some of this stuff
Okay.
and be like, is there?
Yeah.
But I do think it's interesting because everything is driven from Beachbody. Like your sites, your everything. Let's see. So how many more pages on we? Let's see. So now I'm on number 65.
37 pages.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of pages.
And we don't mind. I don't think Amy minds sharing this. If you're, I know Nicole's a marketing person. You want to go over the marketing stuff or
Exhibits. We can look at the exhibits. Let's see.
Snoop.
Let's see.
Exhibit. Yeah.
Okay, wait, this is funny. While coaches are encouraged to engage in recruiting, Beachbody restricts their discretion there too.
No, you don't.
Sam, you're forgetting. Yes, we're incentivized by bobbleheads.
Yes.
Come on.
Look,
on.
Joel, one more freedom. Why did I not have this when
I was talking in baby snark? You know what I'm saying? And you just hear that? It's the best. And I will also say this. The Shalene Johnson before Joel Wilmore Freeman's time, much higher quality. You know? Just, yeah.
Let's see. Kate, you guys, I'm not even we'll go through some of this stuff, but seriously, the wording on all of this stuff is so good. They're restricted in how they drum up business for themselves and those in their town.
Oh, so much shit. Crap.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. They have to get approval for all of this stuff. Okay.
No, there's no way to do that. I'm sure they say that, but we've seen so many people do stuff that's not approved. It can't.
Oh yeah.
I guess I don't understand how a company can have all these rules, say that they're going to be enforcing them, but it's at their discretion, because if the person violating the rules makes them a lot of money, they will not enforce them. So isn't that like not fair to the people who are easily cut off because they're not making a lot of money? I don't get it.
No, absolutely. And this is funny because it's like you can say these things, don't say these things. So you can say for income, supplemental, meaningful, substantial, considerable, impressive. You cannot say extraordinary, unbelievable, astronomical, major, six-figure, seven-figure, etc.
They all say that. They all figure and seven-figure income.
Which is funny because it also prohibited language. You cannot say financial freedom, time freedom, fire my boss, double my paycheck, an income progression chart, 2 times, 5 times, 10 times income of my old job, retire my spouse, become a millionaire, pay for larger items like a new house or a car or a boat.
Paging Ashley Molstad to aisle 4. Paging Ashley Molstad to aisle 4.
And no, Chelsea, retire your husband. You're not supposed to say that, but they all do. They all do.
They can't help
Holly
themselves.
Hilliers. Holly Hillier, this stuff she talks about. Retire my husband. Yeah, retire your husband. Like, I feel bad. Let's be real. I feel bad for these husbands because the amount of trash talk that so many of these coaches do on their husbands is ridiculous.
Yes. And Eliza's at Costco. So for all of the Beachbody MLM reps who are still who are suffering through Shakeology, please eat all of the snacks at the little snack stations at Costco. Take one for the team. Take one for us, Eliza. I hope you have a great shopping trip.
Well, and they do have it at Costco right now. They have orange cream almonds. They're really good.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they're really good. Let's see. Oh, they have it. Oh, here's a quote from Carl. Do you want to read it in Baby Snark?
Oh, I do. So in a recent call with shareholders, executives at Beachbody spoke of the important role of the coaches play in Beachbody's business. For example, the chief executive officer, Carl Deichler, described the coaches as a critical component of the company's overall growth and profitability, as well as its marketing strategy, stating,
Now, turning to marketing. During the second quarter, our coach network continued to serve as a powerful and profitable driver of acquisitions and nutrition subscriptions, with high levels of motivation and excitement around this year's launch calendar. While we're pleased with our coaches' enthusiasm for reaching more people this quarter, we continue to pilot new incentives and training programs to enhance their role as brand ambassadors. Our coach network is profitable and productive, providing a foundation for future success that no one else can replicate. Given the income earning opportunity for coaches, this proprietary sales channel also provides some counter-cyclical momentum to the business during these times of economic uncertainty. Oh my God.
The things
Likewise.
that he says, are you kidding me?
Oh my, I'd be
Yeah.
pissed. I'd be so mad if I was a coach and listened. You can tell so much, like, and I guess I don't know. I run my mouth on the internet, so I don't know if I can actually say this, but when you talk bad about people that that you have a beef with, and you don't give them the opportunity to fix it, instead he plays both sides. He's been on these Zoom calls recruiting people into, trying to do better at, like, thinks that he can recruit better than all these coaches have done. And he's like, you're incredible, you're powerful, this is an incredible opportunity. And then in the same breath, when he's on the call with the investor saying that, yeah, they're doing a lot of work for free for us. Okay, great, Carl. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for the input. Bye.
Okay. Ultimately, Beachbody intends for coaches to see Beachbody as a, quote, side hustle, end of quote, and not as a client. In other words, regardless of whether a coach maintains any kind of independent business, Beachbody's policies and mandated instrumentalities of work make it so the coach responsibilities are not those that are of the sort that would be performed by an independent and trained professional. For example, Beachbody provides coaches with a Team Beachbody coach email address to communicate with their downlines and with customers. The expectation is that the coaches are using Beachbody's brand to sell, not their own business's identity. Likewise, Beachbody's policies promoting sales through the sites, restrictions on using other websites as a point of sale, and limitations on where the products can physically be sold effectively prevent coaches from integrating the sale of Beachbody products into any pre-existing business. Like, there's some good stuff in here.
Yeah, and it's super twisty because we're allowed to put websites. You were allowed to do the SEO and the PPC that would feed into your own website, because they're saying that it needs to be done through their own, like, one that they give them. Because you have more control over your own, like, blog situation, website situation, where you could actually start building up a credibility of, when I type in Beachbody plus whatever, if I was in Beachbody DC, maybe my website comes up. Or if I have a great article about how to make Shakeology not taste like plaster and drywall, and iron and pea protein, then I would, like, people would be finding that, and Google would say, oh, this is a credible source or credible site. So then I would start to rank. They don't want any other person's thing to rank above them, because if it does and they end up leaving Beachbody, they take their whole group with them. It feels like a power play on the internet when they're doing stuff like that, and it doesn't help the coaches. It only helps Beachbody.
Okay, read 116.
Okay. To illustrate, Beachbody will often communicate to coaches an urgent need to market a product, such as when there is a new launch or when it wants to offer a special promotional price, such as on Black Friday. But these reflect a decision by Beachbody to push a given product in a way that will cause it to trend and gain traction on social media in a way that is beneficial to Beachbody, but not necessarily to the coach. Where a coach conforms with Beachbody's directives, they will not receive any compensation for contributing to the trend that will drive overall sales. Oh my God, this paragraph is perfect. They will only receive commission if social media algorithms display to a potential or existing customer their social media post, and a customer elects to visit their coach site, perhaps randomly selecting it from any other coach sites being simultaneously promoted to them in connection with the viral campaign, and then elects to make their purchase through the coach's site. Coaches are also prevented by Beachbody policies from using additional effort, expense, and skill to generate sales in this way, as Beachbody does not allow coaches to use the kinds of tools that professional brand influencers and social media marketers use, such as online advertising buys and data collected from website visits to assist in targeting consumers and ensuring more post views. Oh my God. Wow.
It's amazing. I was like,
Yeah, and you're right. Like, after reading through this, it seems like there's more to this, and I'm not a lawyer, but it seems like they've got some good points, and obviously, I've gone back and forth with my spouse so many times, and I've talked to Wendy about this too. Like, sometimes from a lay person, like not a lawyer, some of these points seem really great, but legally, are they meaningful in front of a judge in the state that this case is being brought? I don't know. But it sounds really good to me, and it's making good points in terms of like showing people what's going on, because that
yep.
is helpful when they're actually saying, hey, this is an easy thing for you to start up and make money, but they're actually hurting you on the back end because all of your performance helps them every time, and your performance doesn't necessarily mean you're going to make a sale. That's twisty. So if you're thinking about joining Beachbody, I mean, just read this, because it's wild and it's eye-opening.
Yeah, so section 124, it is widely understood that the best way to earn money as a coach is to build a downline of coaches, as upline coaches receive commission on their downline coaches' sales. But this aspect of the compensation plan means that quote, substantially all, end of quote, remuneration is not based on the coach's sales. Rather, Beachbody intends for a portion of remuneration to be based on the sales of others. Even then, Beachbody does not truly compensate the coach in a way that is, quote, directly related, end of quote, to downline sales or output. Rather, to be eligible to receive such commissions, a coach must have recruited at least 2 active coaches, not just one, and both of those downline coaches must be current on fees and hit specified sales targets for the upline coach to receive a commission. Thus, if an upline coach recruits 2 coaches and one is unable to meet sales targets for whatever reason, but the other sells $500 of products, the upline coach will not receive commission for the downline sales.
Oh my God. Because it's
Yikes.
not balanced, right? Because it's not balanced with the leg system. Because
Well, and it's so easy to drop rank because, and again, you have no control over that. You can't control your rank if the people below you don't hit goals. Then you're gonna lose it.
yeah, someone was saying earlier that a lot of companies do their business stuff in Delaware because of legal and money reasons, and someone else was so Optavia is incorporated in Delaware for the same legal reasons. So that's interesting to know.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why I would say that it's either, I mean, Delaware and Utah.
Yep.
It is definitely the mecca.
Oh, I'll tell you
Like,
later. I'll tell you later. I'll
okay.
tell you later.
Uh,
Oh,
now here's the stuff that like this is her specific experiences. Like she paid,
okay.
she filled out the application, she did all of those things. She had to adhere to the policies and the procedures. So it's just saying basically she had to do all the things that they said.
Yeah.
She had several hours of watching training videos. Oh my gosh, the training. Oh, it's
So
awful.
I did when I was in Young Living. I know it's not the same. There was 10 hours of training you had to do before you would even be considered to be stacked into, because you'd have to do it and then you'd have to say like, okay, I'm ready. And then you'd start on the process of learning how to take care of customers. And then if you did enough free work in the Facebook groups by answering people's questions, then the top person, the Royal Crown Diamond, And I guess in this case it would be like a 15-star diamond. It would potentially consider you to stack into if you were within close enough of them and you were on one of their popular legs that they actually liked. So it's just twisty.
Yep. Oh, it absolutely is. And so she was a coach for 7 years. She would often spend between several hours on Sundays or Mondays evening planning post workouts and sales strategies for the upcoming week, and on some occasions spending as many as 4 hours without a break. That's normal. Like, we would absolutely do that all the time because you'd schedule your posts.
Yep. And have these power hours day or Tuesdays, Thursdays. We have in 2023, there's so many Saturdays where Julie Boris is yelling at us for an hour, playing the music, making sure that all of our cameras are on, so she's watching all of us, trying to make sure that we're working. And there is an electronic trail for some of these teams to say how much time was spent, and I'm sure there's more time because you get off of these calls and then you go do the work you're supposed to and have conversations and interrupt family time to pitch someone the product because they're available to talk at 7 or 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah, it's talking about a lot of these weekly meetings. And it changed marketing strategies. You had recruiting. I mean, and here's the hardest part. So I'm going through right now, Natasha Pearson. She's the number 1 coach, and
Yeah.
Jess Duke, so I think is number 2 now. I'm going through their new coach training, and I've gone through, I think, steps like up to 4, and I still haven't learned how to find new people.
Are
Like,
you
yeah, it's awful.
not only are they valuable things to learn on these trainings that people are taking for free, but they're wasting people's time that they could be doing something else. I just don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah, okay, so now here's all of, I think we're getting close to the end. And then we definitely do not want to look at the 48-page policies and procedures because it's just
for sure.
that it's just brutal. But she included a lot of, because I was looking at them. There's the policies and the procedures. She has the daily tracker. Prayer for relief, that just threw me. Okay. And demand for trial by jury, which was interesting. Okay, so Exhibit A. So Exhibit A is the policies and the procedures. And I've gone through these, and I will fully admit, I did not read through all this when I signed up to be a coach. I like, do people really read through all of these? Is this just me? Am I the only one?
Oh, no, I mean, and I did Young Living, I read through all of our policies and procedures, but there's a lot of stuff in here that would give these people being taken advantage of by people like Ashley Molstad and Shannon and Emily Favre and everybody who's requiring people, if they still do, to buy Shakeology, directly conflicted in this document right here, because it says if someone signs up with you, you should make yourself available to make sure that they get the help they need. There's no financial stuff listed that you are allowed to make them pay for your time. You're supposed to be available because they signed up with you.
But here's the thing. Would you dare to, like, let's say your coach is Melanie Metro, would you dare to tell Melanie that? Because then
No.
you're kicked out of the Cool Girl Club and they'll just block you.
Yeah, and then what's even worse is getting shunned. I say shunned. I know that it's more severe in different religious communities, but when you think you have friends and then you remove access from them, because we had someone who was helping us uncover the awfulness that was going on in Emily Favre's team, and when they found out who it was, people were told to block her. People were told to block her, and her friends who she was friends with blocked her without even going to her and talking about it. And it's wild.
It is. And here's the thing. I mean, like I'm going through some of the Star Diamond ranks and how do you maintain, and like the way that they can screw you over. So like look at maybe the 15 Star Diamond. And this is where when we talked about the guessing thing, this is where that comes in. So to be a 15 Star Diamond, you have to have at least 5 personally sponsored diamonds on each leg. So you cannot rank up unless you have a specific combination of coaches.
Wow.
And so if you guessed wrong, you may not hit the rank that you're trying to because they're in the wrong place.
So it has to follow the same volume rules about with rules. So it has to be 2 to 1 for every 2 diamonds on one leg. You have to have 1 on your other leg. Is that what you're saying?
It's kind of close to that. I mean, with these all, let's see, for 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, you just have to have 5 on one leg. But if you look at like an 11 Star Diamond, you have to have 5 on one leg and 6 on the other. Right? Because you have to have at least 5 on each leg.
Yeah.
And so the amount of like just crap that you have to jump through to try and make sure that you're balanced is ridiculous.
Callie, I'm on this stream, sweetie.
I think we've seen almost all of my kids that are here. Okay.
I love it.
Okay, so here's the Success Club system. This is your daily business tracker.
Okay.
So you would fill this out every week.
Let me the screen so people can see it a little bit. 1 second. There we go. Save. Okay, there we go.
Okay, so with the Success Club tracker, you would fill this out every week. Oh my gosh, do you know what I have?
You have one?
Not
Coach and Power Hour?
Yes. So rather than filling out the Success Club tracker, this is what we were given to do. And so you would have, so you'd fill it out basically. You'd have your friend requests. So you'd have to do 10 every day. Okay. So my 10 friend requests, challenge group and coach invites, I should have, this has 16. My daily check-ins, challenge groups, my free groups, team pages, my coaches, my customers, listen to a training video, listen to team call, follow-ups completed, posted 3 to 5 times today, cleared out my inbox, vital behaviors done. This is my favorite. My 5 hey girl messages. And then a follow-up list. So, and it seems like tracking your Instagram interactions.
How do you even have time to live when you do that? Like, where's your Dreamlight Valley time? Where's like hang out with kids time? Where's your just like being a human time to do all that?
I don't know. And to say that you can fit this into just pockets of time,
No
I'm
way.
like, no. It is the Hey Hun checklist.
I mean, if we're talking about pockets of time, Freedom Barbie, the private investigator who's a saint artist that we looked at last night, she is working her MLM into the pockets of time when she's surveilling other people. So what do we know? I mean, I obviously don't know how to work stuff in the pockets of time because I would have never thought that that would have been a good use of a client's investment to have you track someone to put on makeup in your car.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and even looking at this, it has some things for all coach levels that you're supposed to do. But then if you're going to be a team builder or leader, you have all of these things to do.
Oh,
and
no.
This is the hard part because you have to drill down for inactive people. You have to check for their Success Club and their PV. Like it's a whole lot of work. But
yeah,
this is the company provided one, and then most teams
Makes sense.
will do this.
Yep.
So this is like the daily plan. So this is for Sunday. Personal development, workout, Shakeology, invites, recognize your coaches. There's 4 posts. There's a place to plan out 4 posts.
Oh, wow.
My daily lister notes. What did I eat?
Wow.
My daily affirmations, my schedule today, and then an inspirational quote. Today. Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh, wait.
I have baby snark. All right. Today, I will do what others won't, so tomorrow I can do what others can't.
Oh my god. I was kind of hoping for the inspirational quote where it's like, "I will not scam people today," or, like, no, we've got the classic Pinterest, motivational, sorcery going on, and, I mean, I don't hate it. I love that you still have this, and I hope you never go away.
And keep in mind, I started to find, I'm not going to show it completely, but here's some of my completed pages. And of course, if you're serious, then you print it and you bind it.
I love this. That's something I would do. You're
Absolutely.
I mean, like, on a heart level, I feel so like I'm in the right corner on the internet right now because that would be me. That would be me for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I totally did all of it.
Ah,
Okay,
let me
so they've got this. Let's see what else we've got. Here's the thing, and they have listed on this how much time you should spend on each thing. So initiate connections and add followers. It should take you 20 minutes. Do a social media post that showcases the benefits, 10 minutes. 3 minutes per post for your IG stories.
No way.
Right? There's no way. Do you know how long it takes? Especially they say workout clips. It takes forever to
You
go
got
through and splice it and create the videos and no. And respond to all new likes, comments, or views. 25 minutes. It takes a lot more time than 25 minutes, especially if you have something that goes like bonkers and you end up getting a lot of people commenting and doing those things.
it,
But then you're
this is so cool too because in terms of understanding how Instagram, I'll just say so how Instagram behaves, it wants people to stay on the platform. So it doesn't want you to post and ghost. So the best thing, and don't take my advice. I'm just whatever. You go on and you genuinely interact with people. You look at their posts, you read it. You only like it if you actually like it. You look at stories for about 5 minutes, then you post your stuff and then you stay on for 10 minutes and then you respond to anything that comes in that 10 minutes and then you're good. So yeah, that's 15 minutes, but it's also the time of posting it, creating the graphic, writing the caption. You have that ready to go so that you are participating in the goal of Instagram, which is to keep people on its platform as long as possible so that those people can look at as many ads as possible. That's and so if you think, "Oh my gosh, I'm shadow banned," it might be because some of the content you're posting is kicking people off the platform, and Instagram's like, "This person is showing stuff that's making people pop out of their stories, so we're gonna stop its reach because we want people to stay." That is, I'm sorry, I'm off my whatever box.
but I mean, okay, and this is another area. I I have I have OCD, so and I have scrupulosity, which I want to like I worry about being enough or doing enough for people, right? So section 3 was really hard for me. You're supposed to get people results.
Yep.
How do I get someone results when I'm not certified in anything? I can't like I have zero control over actually getting people these results. I can copy and paste the crappy words that they posted in their challenge group guide, but how do I help someone get results? And I felt like a very heavy responsibility that was on me. And it
Mm,
was rough.
yeah, but you also have a conscience Like, yes, you have additional things that you know about yourself now, but like it to me, it seems just from knowing you for I think over a year at this point, you care about people and you want to help them and you don't want to like leave them hanging. And so like when you actually have people you're looking out for, this can get super intensive because you actually are trying to help people. And I think you saw your impact when your upline, when you ended up leaving and your upline did that post about you and people were coming to your defense because of the impact you had on those people.
But trying to have that impact, I was working a hell of a lot more than in the pockets of my time.
Yeah.
I was doing things all the time. Um, if you ask my kids, they'd be like, "No, I was never like fully present with the family."
Yeah.
Um, let's see. So there's that. Let's see. Exhibit C. This is the 2021 income disclosure.
Okay.
So they don't have the updated 2022 one, which is fine. I went over that. I need to do just a quick like 30-minute video to just because it was kind of a long one. But this is the 2021 one, which isn't fantastic. Exhibit D. This is one of the launch guides. So for the 21-day fix super block that they just did, was it like November, I
Mhm.
think?
Yeah.
Something like that, or I don't even remember if it was January, maybe January. Um, it's okay, here's all of the things that you need to do. You need to watch the trailer. Here's an overview. Here are all of the coach tools, which includes trailers and videos and workout calendars
Oh
and
shit.
like it is intense. Um Personal message for prospective customers from
Wow.
the bottom. So you're looking at this and you're like, "Holy, I have to do all of this." Going through this guide takes forever.
Yeah, and you freezing because you have too much information, and this isn't the same thing, but it's similar. Neil deGrasse Tyson is I think an astrophysicist, or I keep forgetting what he does, but he's a really good speaker, and he talks about his strategy for doing content, or when he's talking to a group of people, he knows who he's talking to, but he layers the information, and then if people want more information he gives them a little bit more information. And so this is like when you're giving it out to people, it's information overload and it causes people to freeze up so they can't act, and then they get in trouble for not doing what they're supposed to in their MLM.
Yep. Well, okay, and here's the problem too. They want you to talk about all of these things that you don't know. What is block periodization? What is that? Oh, okay, well, here's what it is. This is the only thing you have this blurb on. It's a lot more complicated than that. What is up week? Recommend portion fix. Let's see. Here's the recommended supplements. These are all things that you should be talking to people about. Um, let's see. Okay, Exhibit E. I would love it. Oh, so here are some different things that you can do to have conversations. I know someone mentioned that. Isn't this fantastic that all of these exhibits
I
are in
know.
here? Now, I will tell you, looking at the conversation starters, they shouldn't be asking any of these questions.
Yep.
Why did that fail for you? Like, oh, I can help you with this. No.
Yeah, that would, I mean, being in a or when you're the same thing is different than saying I'm a coach. And the problem with them even used to calling their partners coaches is because a coach means that maybe you have a certain level of skill in a certain area. So like when I was a tennis pro, I was like when I was teaching as one, there's different levels of teaching where you can be P1 certified, P2, P3, and so and even if you're looking at a baseball coach or a wrestling coach at a school level, a lot of times there's like either junior college or professional experience, and it is twisty because people are hearing, oh, I'm a Beachbody coach, and they automatically make the jump that that person is certified to be able to give them some help, and so and then you ask these questions with some kind of credibility that is made up, and the person you're talking to is like, oh my gosh, maybe you can help me, you're a coach. And y'all, if you're looking for a coach, Jen B is someone who's in the chat. She's part of the Snark crew. She's on Instagram. But you can twist other people up pretty badly by pretending to have more experience than you do, or pretending you have a certification or licensure when you don't.
Tanya, check your Instagram. I just sent you a link. Hopefully it works. Okay. But also on this, and I can totally tell why Jen is getting mad. Listen for clues and find ways that exercise and Shakeology can help them with poor health, sluggishness, fatigue, bloating, digestive issues, sleep patterns, cravings, potential signs of a negative mindset, the diet cycle, no time to prepare healthy foods, no support, no consistency, love to eat. Those are all negative mindset.
Listen, love to eat in the chat if in direct protest of being, I guess, no, just accept our negative mindset. I'm going to type love to eat in the chat, because what the hell? It can I don't mean to keep bringing my health stuff up, because like it is so twisty to be in a spot where I was stuck in a diet cycle, and there's some of those. I didn't have energy. I had poor, like I still do. And Shakeology wrecked me when I tried it. It wrecked me for several days. So you could say, oh my gosh, this is going to help you with everything. And those conditions are very generic, and sometimes those are very serious. So if someone's not telling you, talk with your doctor first about what level of training is potentially appropriate for you, and get some testing done, because some of it is, like my issues wasn't because I wasn't like working out and stuff. It just, it's more complex, and just, I
I
don't know.
think everything is more complex. And it's like, okay, so it is a red flag if somebody likes to eat food because you're not going to be eating much because you're going to be using those stupid containers. So if someone likes to eat, they're probably not going to work out well for you. Like,
Yeah.
what?
And Autumn just told us about how she was defending how much food went into one of this, like yellow or a purple or something, and she's like, guys, this is why this goes in this container, because it's blah blah blah. And I'm like, Autumn, you could that little container could turn sideways and it disappear. There's not any food in that, basically. What are you talking about?
The blue container used to kill me because it was the healthy fats one. So I would have to choose between like avocado or cheese. I can't have both. And they're tiny, tiny. Oh, a serving of an avocado was a fourth of an avocado, was a blue container for the day.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I'm like, who uses a fourth of an avocado? Stop
Autumn.
it. Um, let's see. What's that? Okay, so she went to the Labor and Workforce Development Agency.
Yikes.
So this is that complaint. That's 6 pages. And that's it.
Hell yes. We made it. Oh my gosh. Wait, how do I get back over here? What the heck? One, the lack of technical difficulties we had in the stream, I'm so proud of us right now.
I am too.
I mean, it's the first time I've streamed on my iPad, and I know I'm like taking the credit, but like kudos to the iPad for doing the most, because my little sound system is hooked up to it, and I was like, how difficult my old laptop is being. I'm so excited we got through it. I'm so excited you want to do this stream, Amy. I
Oh, yeah.
wait to see what happens with the rest of this, because holy moly, holy moly.
Right? And to look at this and then think, like, the number of I guess the number of MLMs that this could potentially implicate and that they would have a hard time with, like, it could be huge.
Yeah.
But
And
Beachbody's got, a whole lot of money. So will it go anywhere? I don't know. But
yeah, they're still doing so much harm, even if, in my opinion, even if they don't, if the lawsuit doesn't go anywhere, we still run into people calling themselves pelvic floor experts. We still run into people saying they can help with stuff that you actually have to have surgery to fix. And even now, like, all of the extra things I'm having to go through with my, like, pelvic floor and, like, in physical therapy and injections and stuff, telling me that, oh, you just need to work out more, or a pelvic floor expert in Beachbody saying, oh, do this type of thing, when if you're working with an OT or a PT and they're saying we actually need to, like, loosen and lengthen and de-stress these, and then you're just going to get caught up in the Beachbody nonsense of saying, hey, actually, if you lose weight, it's going to fix all your problems. Oh, actually, if you're not eating, it's going to fix all your problems because blah, blah, blah. And it's like, talk to a professional, for the love of God.
well, and the other problem to me is, so for example, when I wasn't having any success and I had kind of stalled, I was told that I should work out more and eat less. And I'm like, I cannot physically work out any more than I am working out right now.
Yep.
And you're going to people who you go to your coach who's supposed to be able to help you, and they cannot. They
Yep.
cannot help you with that. Um, and it just is ridiculous how hurt people can get. I mean, even like for me to be like, okay, I want to work out, but I have knee issues.
Yep.
You recommend whatever the newest program is, right? So when this chop wood carry water program comes out, they would probably say, "Oh, I bet this will be really good for you for mobility." But honestly, no, I would probably hurt myself greatly doing that program.
Yeah. Again, it's people. The trouble that, and I'll just use my own experience growing up with my coach. There were times I have some issues where when I was back playing, I was in whatever the health industry would call very healthy, and I have some allergies to stuff. So some days I wouldn't have a double chin and I had a lower body percentage fat. Some days I would. And my coach, who wasn't NASM certified or anything, would run me on the treadmill for hours until my double chin disappeared from my lymph system, whatever. And it's like, that's dangerous to do because you're not a trainer, you're just a tennis coach, and that is, you're just looking at external things instead of saying, like, why don't we go look, well, talk to the registered dietitian? Why don't we, like, it can be twisty in all kinds of ways. It's not just MLMs that are twisty with, their health recommendations, and they should be called out on it, and so should unethical coaches in the real world.
Oh,
So
absolutely. Absolutely. The and here, I mean, and I will say this, the vast majority, in my opinion, the vast majority of the coaches do not know what they're doing.
sure.
And they're doing what they think is right to help people.
Yeah.
And they're listening to these uplines, they're listening to this company. And the amount of guilt I felt after learning, like, actual science and actual information, and to think like, "Oh my gosh, I've been hurting people
Mm,
potentially."
Yeah.
But that wrecked me because it was like I thought I was doing something so good, and yet people get hurt.
Yep. And I put a lot of responsibility on Carl and
Mhm.
his partner. Um, and again, I know that's a balance of like people say, "Oh, we're the victims and the perpetrators." There's something to be said that you joined something based off of an unethical business pitch to sign up for something because there's selective information shared so that you will choose to say yes, and then
Mhm.
you taught how to do this. And a lot of people, they do the best they can with what they have access to, and in the at least here in the United States, it's like be respectful of people in authority, respect your parents, like when you're at a job, listen to the manager, and you go into MLMs with that mindset. And so you're like, okay, this is what I need to do. Also, okay, of course my workout doesn't count, even though I've been teaching for 5 hours and I need to record it. So I keep on track with my stuff because maybe working out with for 5 hours was too easy. So I know, like, I guess this is just my opinion. Yes, it's twisty as heck. And once you realize, like, oh my gosh, what I'm doing isn't good, and then you pull back from it, that's one thing. But it's just, I put a lot of responsibility of that on Carl, Carl,
Oh,
and the program,
absolutely.
and the people approving these programs.
Okay, so 7 years ago on this day, this is what I posted. Never miss a Monday, right? Of course, even when it's ridiculously hot. My first workout was P90X, and it was 55 minutes, and according to my Fitbit, I had burned 402 calories.
Wow.
My second workout is Turbo Kick, and I did that for 51 minutes, and I burned 544 calories. And guess what? Neither of those counted
What?
because it wasn't an actual program. Those were classes I was teaching.
If you're listening, you're on this call or you're on this stream and you're still in Beachbody and we haven't, irritated you to the point that you don't feel welcome here, can you just, like, for the sake of your own health, listen to Amy's story. She's had to have 2 knee replacements because of the advice that she was given from the people in her group that she was a part of. And you can say all you want, oh, people can make the best decision for themselves. When they think that they are listening to information from trusted sources, they are going to do what is asked of them. And if you don't understand the nuance of that influence, go read about it for yourself. But if you, I mean, at least like take that into consideration with your choices. If you are working out or teaching, like, that counts. Walking counts. Do,
Yep.
like, lifting things counts. And go make sure you can look up every single trainer, if they're A certified or NASM certified, on the national database. Double check that your trainer is up to date. And you know who is? Jen B. Jen is a trainer, and she has her certifications, and she's taking clients. And she used to be in Beachbody. She was a star, 1 star diamond in Beachbody, and she left that realizing, oh my gosh, I want to change some things, and I want to actually learn. And that's what she's done the past several years, and she has a lot of happy clients. So
Absolutely. The uh, and there is a whole community that will support you. There are so many people that will support you, that will share resources, that you don't need to be with this company. Oh, Jen was a 1 star qualifying. Do you know what that means? They screw you over in so many ways.
yep.
They you Once you hit a qualification, so like diamond, you have to hold it for 6 weeks to be considered an actual diamond.
Not Carl. Too hard to hold on to your rank so he gets to keep all the money. That's so hard to believe, Carl.
Right?
God. Oh
And
my.
and I can tell you that 6 weeks, the stress level is wild. And if you have an upline who is trying to hit a rank, the amount of pressure that is on you to maintain your rank
A
is
lot.
and it's
Yep.
like, oh, I need to buy this because this coach who's doing so much for me to help me grow my business really needs this. So sure, I can figure out how to buy whatever
Yep.
to help support them. And so the undue influence, oh,
My
I
dad
get
just sneezed.
you're what?
My dad just sneezed, sorry.
Oh, tell XCal bless you.
Bless you, XCal.
Well, did you see this? What Jen just said?
No.
Most stressful 6 weeks ever. It is because here's the problem. So Jen is trying to get the diamond underneath her. Jen is trying to monitor her to make sure she doesn't lose her diamond. Because if that person loses their diamond, then you're going to not hit your thing. Absolutely, Jen. So what would end up happening, so like for example, when I hit diamond and you have to have your emeralds, right? So if I had, that's when you would stack people, right? It'd be like, okay, I'm going to be your coach, but I'm going to put you under this person so that you can maintain your rank.
Wow. That's so twisty. The,
Mhm.
the Monet people do that too. There's a team in Florida that allegedly got in trouble for doing a lot of that. All the teams, they seem to do it. They
And that's the funny thing is, like, Haley Peters got in trouble for it um with Beachbody, but it's like everybody does it. So are you going to do this with everybody, or are you is because we all did it and we're taught to do it.
Yep. I'm gonna wait for Jen to send the link to promote whatever she's gonna promote, and yeah, we're gonna keep track of this lawsuit, I think, and we'll keep you updated if it goes. If it actually like goes through, I cannot imagine. I mean, I would be so excited if it like actually has a legal foot to stand on. So,
Well, and I mean the thing is, you never know, right? Like I bet they didn't think the LuLaRoe thing was going to go anywhere in Washington. And
yeah,
it went really far. So I mean, all you have to do is watch the documentary.
yes. This
So
is for June. Tanya, do you have the link? Jen, I don't know if you are a mod, so I don't think you can post a link, but I will put you on the list of approved users for
5 minutes creating the link now. All right, so okay, have you watched Shiny Happy People? Have
No,
people
I'm gonna start it soon. Is it something I should not watch by myself?
It is very twisty, and I have never been so mad in my life. Oh, the husband. My husband and I were watching it, and my husband was getting just like increasingly angry at the way that they manipulated and like one the Duggar family, but then this company, and it's
Oh, it's awful. It's
it
awful.
is. Oh my gosh. It was ridiculous.
I wonder, maybe we could like watch an episode and then just have like a discussion, like a little, what, maybe your husband would want to come on too and talk about it, or anybody else. We could have like a panel of 4 or something.
Oh
I think
yeah.
it'd be interesting to talk about, because kind of like a book club but a movie club, like a TV series.
TV series club, because it was so twisty, and you just feel so much for the victims of this. And that, I think the thing that bothers me, and we get this from a lot of the MLMs too, using Christianity and weaponizing it,
Mm.
which is what so many people do. And oh man, yeah, the IBLP,
There's a website called, I'll need to link it, but it's a lot of people who have left IBLP or like high control Christianity, and the stories that they tell. There's someone who's also told stories about Bill Gothard, which is kind of their not ruler, but pretty much what he says goes, and the awful stuff that happened with that. It's wild.
Well, and yes, and I was so grateful for the content warnings before, because it's a lot. And I think the thing that was the wildest to me is that he had this whole curriculum, right, for homeschooling your kids and how you should be raising them. He had no children and wasn't even married.
Yeah. Have you
Like,
heard
have I heard what?
of blanket training?
Oh my gosh. That's in one of the episodes.
Yeah. We again, y'all, content everything about this deal, content warning, blanket training, but they believe that you can start building your child's self-control from basically infancy, and when they start to crawl, they want them to stay on a blanket. They will physically hurt them when they cross the boundary, so they know that when they are set on the blanket, they have to stay there.
Well, and additionally, they will put a toy that is an enticement to that child at 6 months old. And then if that child like reaches for it, you smack their hand until you have broken them, basically.
It
Um,
is it's so, and in my opinion, it's evil to do that, to harm it. That's just my opinion. I I think it's when I say interesting, I think talking about these type of things it is important because it helps you understand the control level that we experienced in MLM. And if you're so close to MLM and you have a hard time processing that you might be in a high control group, looking at something that's different than multi-level marketing may help you understand some of the influence that goes on in that. So
yeah, and so it's, let's see, 30 days for $15 in the Anchor Fit community. Oh, that's fantastic.
there's the link. Anya has it. I'm gonna try to pin it. Can I pin this? I'll just star it for now, and so then this is the details. 30 days for $15, so less than the coaching fee that Beachbody would have you pay. And if you're looking for a safe place to land, if you're trying to get out of the toxicity in Beachbody and the workouts, it's refreshing working with someone who has just a great heart for people, excellent at what they do, has certifications, constantly getting new certifications and keeping up her ones that she already has, and she's also understands what you're going through because she was in Beachbody and was harmed by Beachbody. Not Tanya is sharing the info, but it's for Gen B. So
Yeah.
this is Jen. She is the trainer. She's part of the Snark crew. It includes workouts and unlimited messaging with me.
Well, and the other thing that I have appreciated that Jen does is she brings on specific, if there's specific topics that she's seeing, like for example, the pelvic floor, you know,
Yep.
she brought on a PT who specialized in that, who can talk to you about it. And it's amazing the amount of resources that you're given. And yeah. So I would say I do agree Shiny Happy People is worth a watch, but if you struggle with the topics of abuse, child abuse, high control groups, it's rough. So it covers, Leaving Eden podcast discusses it. Oh wow. Um and yeah, so someone asked what it was about. It's the Duggar family. It's the training that they used for their kids. So
Yeah.
it's kind of a combination of one talking about the 19 kids and counting family and talking about IBLP, which
And if
was the
yeah,
program that I used.
if you don't know what IBLP stands for, it's the Institute of Basic Life Principles. And if and Fundy Fridays covers it. I think Fundy Fridays is in the documentary as well.
Mhm.
But
Yes.
so if you're looking for more information, she has a great way of talking about it. She is inclusive. If you're wanting to have a discussion or hear about it, I think we'll figure out a panel so we can talk about the episode, and maybe you can just learn about it from what we're saying, and we can buffer it for y'all. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Daddy's like, I want to be a part of this. Absolutely.
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 Yeah.
All right. Well, we have talked. I think this was the longest you and I have ever talked on a stream.
I know, I love it. And yeah, you've hung out with us for the whole time, 3 hours and 24 minutes. Y'all are incredible. Thank you
Absolutely.
for like adding to the conversation, adding like additional dynamics of the lawsuit. We will keep you updated on what is happening with the Beachbody stuff, and maybe we'll also keep you updated on the stock price, because that's just a fun little treat to look at in the morning. And Replay Crew, much non-culty love to you. Y'all are incredible. And if you made it to the end of the stream, we'd love for you to actually like the video. Go, or if you're on Amy's channel, I will take a pity like from you.
Same
And
thing.
yeah,
Absolutely.
thank you so much, and we will catch you on the next live stream. Let me see if I have my outro, because maybe I don't.
That's okay.
I don't. That's okay. We're just gonna go.
Bye.